It's got to be some kind of money laundering operation. You know what I mean? You put a show on like yesterday's show where you know it didn't sell no tickets. You know a lot of people didn't pay to be there. The pay-per-view probably sold next to nothing, right? It's got to be a money laundering operation. It's got to be. There's no way that you're gonna willfully throw away hundreds of thousands of dollars to do a card that ain't nobody gonna go to. So it's got to be a money laundering operation. What it do, Hot King? What it do? La lo que lo que? That's got to be a money laundering operation. It got to be. Because I seen Rick Glacier said. Rick Glacier said that, yo, Danny Garcia was in the red by 400,000. And I'm just thinking, Danny don't live under a rock, do he? He got to know that people not buying pay-per-views right now. Are the people in boxing really that out of touch that you didn't know nobody was going to buy a $50, $60 pay-per-view against you versus some nobody? I figure it got to be a money laundering operation. I hope it is. Ronnie, what it do? Idell, what it do? Gooch. That got to be that they laundering some drug money or something. Cause you ain't really expect motherfuckers to go to that shit, did you? Blank face said, yeah, I was wondering why Danny even, yeah, like, it gotta be some money laundering shit. It gotta be. Because the business that allows you to cook the books as much as you want really is boxing. You could put whatever you want in there, you know? That, yeah, not a lot of people came, but the people that did paid a lot of money. Or, yeah, you know, the pay-per-view did, you know what I mean? Like, you could do what you want, dog. There's not a lot of scrutiny when it comes to what goes on in boxing. There's not a whole lot of scrutiny, you know what I mean? So you could theoretically use an event as a means to launder some drug money. Yeah, that shit was ass, Brandon. That shit was ass cheeks. You know? There ain't no way. Why would you put on an event? Everybody by now understands the risks of putting on a show as a promoter. By now you got to know that yeah, you taking your money and invested it in the show on a premise that not only will you get what you put in back, but also you will make money, right? It's a flip. Everything in business is a flip. So why would you put on a show that you don't expect nobody to go to? You think people wanted to see what? Joey DeVaco, Chris Colbert, and who else was on that under Gabe Rosado? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Herb, what it do? Yeah, Paulie won and still looked like he got his ass beat. Y'all seen that shit? Paulie won the fight, but he came out looking worse than the other guy. Like, bro, even if you win in fights to get your ass beat, basically. Cause he looked fucked up after that fight. Like, he had a whole thing on his whole shit on his shit. Like, bro, Paulie must have needed money. The only reason a 44-year-old man is still gonna submit his body to the rigors of fighting professionally is because you need the money. It's not the legacy. It don't never be none of the shit that motherfuckers say. It's you need money. Just say that. You need money. We don't gotta dress it up. You know that's your bread and butter. That's what you do. Yeah, that gotta be money laundering, Gary. Because you couldn't have made no money. You gonna come out owing money putting on that motherfucking show. So why would you do it? Why? Because you need a farewell fight, Brody. You could have went to Matchroom and made a deal. You could have went to fucking Top Rank or Golden Boy and made a deal. It gotta be that you laundering some drug money in Philly or Florida or something. And yeah, that gotta be it. Cause I didn't see the point in that shit yesterday. What was the point in that shit? Motherfuckers is just laundering drug money out here. And I ain't even mad if they are, by the way. But I was watching the shit back and looking at it. I'm like, dog, what did it cost for you to put all this together? What did that cost you? Shout out to Virtuoso. Brooklyn mostly stayed home for that Danny fight. Meanwhile, Boots planted his flag in Philly, drawing crowds. PBC could never. Saying. Motherfucker gonna come to the Barclays Center to New York to owe money. Cause you gonna end up owing money. You gonna end up in the red doing that bullshit. So I figure these motherfuckers is just laundering drug money. That gotta be what it is. That gotta be it. Cause you couldn't have made
Hey,
money from that shit.
Paul, not yesterday.
Say that again?
A Paulimon and Najee fight yesterday.
Yeah, and bare knuckle. He got fucked.
What?
He won. He won. But he look at him. Look, Google it.
I'm about to go look that shit up. Hold up.
His hands was all puffed up, swollen. His forehead was all cracked open with cuts and shit. But he won. Like, yeah, he won. He just got fucked up.
How much Paul is getting for those fights?
That's got to be just a few thousand, Leo. It can't be a lot. It doesn't draw the same money that regular boxing does. You know,
Damn.
I cannot imagine that is 100K or something like that. It has to be less than that.
No, it's
Damn,
probably
they
like
fucked
50,
them up real
probably like
good.
50, probably like 50, right? It's bare knuckle. That shit
But
don't pay
whatever
what
it was,
boxing
that shit
pay.
wasn't worth it. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah,
I'm
he said
saying.
something like he wanted to keep like fighting, but his hands basically couldn't stand like regular boxing. I forgot exactly how he explained it, but he said like it's like the only way he can like actually fight.
Yeah, but isn't bare knuckle worse because your hands are not protected?
But a lot of times like they go for like body shots and shit. I doubt he's even throwing that many headshots.
Bro, he threw like a trillion punches is the wild part if you watch that shit. I watched the fight. He threw like he hit he hit that motherfucker. He hit that motherfucker. Woo! I respect Paulie's heart though, because he got like you know, you might not agree with his boxing takes, and I don't know, maybe some folks don't like him as a person. I don't know, because people just make decisions not to like each other. There doesn't need to be a cohesive reason behind it. But one thing I will always give Paulie Malignaggi, that dude got hard. By now you know you don't. By now you know you don't hit hard. You know you don't knock motherfuckers out. So for you to still be wanting to fight, yeah, you got heart, homeboy. You got that real, like, yeah, you got heart. You really do.
Yeah, that nigga got grit.
He got grit, bro. Shout out to Paulie, man. But if that's what you look like winning the fight,
But he won the fight. I thought he lost.
nah,
I saw
won.
the picture. I thought he lost, bro.
Bro, I
Yo,
shudder
if
to
that's what
think.
you look, yo, dog. If that's what you look like when you win, dog. Yeah, come on, Paulie. You 44, bro. Like I know what that feel like.
I mean,
You
that's how
44.
everybody, a lot of people in bare knuckle look regardless, I guess. But
Yeah, but I'm saying that, like, not Austin Trout, you know, because he's up there in age too. He actually won a belt in bare knuckle. Like he's been doing really, really well in bare knuckle, and you know he's been past his prime for like the last 10, like bro,
yeah,
right? But he's doing really well. At least what I saw, he's doing really well in bare knuckle. He even won a belt in that shit. So, you know, I figure that bare knuckle might be a good transition for guys that hit hard. I think that if you hit
you mean
hard
that don't hit hard?
no, guys that hit hard, that I mean that if you a boxer and you had power with the, you know, with the wraps and with the glove, you definitely gonna have power without that shit. So you crack a
You
motherfucker.
would think so, way, but it's counterproductive because you end up shattering your own hands, bro. Like, doing
Yeah.
that shit. You end up damaging your own shit.
Well, that's
Don't
all
punch
the more
somebody in the
reason.
face and it's gonna be a wrap.
I'm saying
That's,
that's
I
all
mean,
the more reason
essentially,
for
that's what
Paulie
the
to not
padding
be
was
doing
always
that shit.
for.
That
Yeah.
Paulie really shouldn't even be doing that shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
if we're talking about transitions, I think if you were a professional boxer, you're gonna transition nicely to bare knuckle because those guys on bare knuckle, they don't have amateur careers. They're just like to fight,
Yeah.
and they pick up bare knuckle boxing because okay, fuck it, I'm gonna box, even if I cannot really put the gloves and go to up the rankings. I'm gonna box in bare knuckle.
Bro, that
And
shit
if
is
you
that's the predicate fellas circuit, bro. Like you got to have a couple of felonies to be in bare knuckle boxing. Some larceny, some conspiracy, some racketeering. That's who that's for, bro. That's not for boxers. Like for, you know, dude, dude went to the Olympics and all that. Yeah, that's not for them. That's for the
No.
felons, bro. That's for
I-
Herb. That's for Real Talk. That's for Herb.
Fuck you,
That's
bitch.
for me a little bit. You know what
You
I'm saying? That's
fucking
for
hard-ass
us,
No,
bro.
I
That's
think
for
it's
us.
for motherfuckers that cannot even get a trainer.
Yeah. Motherfucker fight, but he got asthma, right? Go to bare knuckle. You know what I'm saying?
Is he not getting paid though at like Pro Box though? Like they even gonna have him on the telecast next time they do that shit?
No, I mean, I figure that he's getting something out of Pro Box, but how much does commentator work really pay is my question. Remember, you talking about like we ain't talking about commentator work on ESPN. You know what I mean? We ain't
True,
talking about
true.
commentator work on the zone. Pro Box has money, you could tell, because they do events regularly, which I also think is a money laundering operation, by the way, because I still don't know what your revenue stream is. I for the life of me don't see how you could be making money.
That is
Leo
a good
knows.
point.
Leo knows. I think Pro Box is Pro Bellum with a different name. I think that's Danny
That's a
K's
show
latest
company.
project. Yeah, Pro
Yeah,
Box,
it's a show.
Pro
You got it right.
Bellum, Pro Box. Bro, where y'all getting money from, bro? How?
Shit is crazy.
You getting money off of YouTube fights? Come on, bro. You getting
That is
money
a good
off of
point.
Viagra ads?
The
Nah.
ticket sales can't be doing that crazy.
What I'm but they're
The-
well funded. They do cards on a regular basis. If you look at the production value, it's not even that bad, to be honest. They have enough that you got Chris Algieri, who is getting real commentator money because he doesn't just commentate on Pro Box shows. He did a little bit for ESPN. I've seen him on DAZN, not since Conor Ben whooped his ass, but still, he get around. So I'm like, they got money, but how much could Paulie really be making? And Paulie has an expensive habit also. We all know what it is. We all know what it is. Paulie like that sniff, you know?
I
Paulie
didn't
got-
even know. Damn.
How the fuck could you not know, dog?
I mean, hey, look, I thought
it looks like it, but
You could.
I don't
that
know, like
motherfucker
he
sniff.
unless he's been doing that shit since like teenage years or whatever, because that's how long he's been moving like that.
I'm saying he might be a high functioning motherfucker. You know, he might sniff on a regular, but not to where he turned into Charlie Sheen and shit. You know what I mean? But he might, you can see that on Paulie. Like he don't blink when he talk, bro.
no, but
He don't
Yo.
blink.
if we are being realistic, the most possible cause. But every time I see someone in America having money issues, having a successful career, to me is only one cause, the most probable cause, and you haven't paid your taxes.
Could be that. Could be that.
And,
Could be that.
and it's crazy because that's really not an issue in some of, I'm not gonna say most parts of the world, but in some parts you cannot pay the tax and you're gonna be good, but you in America you go to jail.
Yeah.
You go
Yeah.
to prison for not paying your taxes. So yeah, you better pay.
But also, you just can't imagine that Paulie is kind of limited to Pro Box. He doesn't get to move around as much as Chris Algieri or Sean Porter. Sean has commentated fights anywhere from America to Australia. He get around, Sean, on the commentator gig. Even Chris Algieri, he gets around on the commentator gig. But Paulie don't really get around as much as they do, So I'm like, he got to be hurting for money. Like, yeah, Pro Box is paying him, but how much? Not a lot, I imagine. Not a whole lot, It's fucking YouTube, bro.
Yeah, Paul is more abrasive than Sean is more. What would the correct term? Political correct?
Sean
Doesn't
is
like to-
basic. Shut the fuck up. Sean is
Okay.
Tim Bradley in a good mood. That's Sean.
Okay.
Sean is Tim.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean is Tim Bradley on a good day, like when he's happy. Because Tim don't care about making
Right.
people mad. Tim don't care about making nobody mad. He called fucking Ben Whitaker mediocre the other day. I was like, yeah, I said, I agree. It's a big signing for Matchroom, but yeah, I'm not high on Ben Whitaker. I see the commercial potential, but I agree with Tim. Mediocre,
Yeah.
Mm. Yo, Paulie's the type of dude that he'll come out of a fight missing an eye saying he won.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He the type of dude need elective surgery after the fight, but he won. Shout out to motherfucking Mr. T. That was very hurtful comment you made towards Real Talk, Julius. Put Bat Diddy on it. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, I'm
Bitch.
sorry, Real Talk. I'm sorry. I should.
Wait, so like
Fucking
I am
I'm
surprised
sorry.
though, like I am a bit surprised that Paulie doesn't get more like what's it called, like commentary gigs though, considering I would say he's probably better than most of the guys I've seen.
I agree.
Like just in
Put the
general.
oil on.
Hey, whose fucking phone is that?
Not me.
the oil?
Answer that shit. That's opportunity
Put the oil
calling.
on. That's
You know
dirty.
what I
Where's the oil?
You know that's probably Chris calling fucking. That's probably Chris calling Leo like, he got Bad Diddy up there. He got Bad Diddy up there. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Chris. You know, Chris get excited once Diddy get brought up. Shout out to Chris, bro.
Word.
Hey, it was his birthday the other day.
It was his birthday. Shout out to Chris, bro. Happy birthday, bro.
My
But
birthday today too.
why you saying it like you fucking Eeyore, bro? You know it's my birthday today too. You know what I'm saying?
Eeyore,
singing
you
me happy
sad bitch.
birthday.
You know, you
singing
could have
me
said
happy
Shaq, you
birthday.
asshole, but you went with Eeyore. Fuck you.
Yo, listen. All right, y'all ready? Leo, you ready? Real talk, Ray. Happy birthday to you.
Hey,
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday,
dear punk ass
virtuoso.
bitch.
Okay,
Happy
Thank you.
birthday to you.
I appreciate it, fellas. A little bit more energy next year. All
Right?
I'll
You know what I'm
try.
saying?
right, bro. All right.
Country, you gotta
Happy
sing.
birthday to
Hey,
you.
there you fuck. You know, country's 10
Shout out to
minutes
the
late
last
to
of
the
the Libra.
10 minutes
yeah.
late to the fucking gig. The lounge lizard. Happy birthday.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, man?
Sounds
Hey,
lizard.
you know, I
But
got double trouble today, man. I just picked up the cat's sister, so now I got two of them.
let me see the cats, man. That was a cute cat yesterday. I'm a cat person. I love
Hey,
fucking love cats.
she's
Man.
her twin. I can't because she's hiding, but she's her twin.
That's
she looks-
that's so fucking. You gonna keep them though, or you just sitting them,
No,
like you just
they're
watching them?
mine. I'm keeping them.
Fuck yeah, country. Shout out to country, bro.
I
I love.
didn't want her to be alone when I was gone all day at work. So
What made you get them though? What made you get them? Because you didn't have cats before. What made you get
Yeah,
them?
I did a long time ago. I've the last two times that I've had cats, one was a brother and sister from the same litter, and then when I came to help take care of my aunt when she was alive, she had two cats who were sisters from the same litter. So I'm just following the tradition.
I dig it. I dig it. But Jay, you know, I was just speculating that when you really look, because the casual consumer doesn't realize how much trouble and how much effort and how much money goes into producing one boxing card. Like, no, it takes a lot of money to do that. It actually takes a lot of money. It's not just paying the guys in the main event. There's undercard, the production, the promotion,
And that's
all
why
these
I asked you
things.
about the overhead yesterday, because
No, and you got to put it at somewhere like honestly, it's money that the average guy is not walking around with. Like that much you can deduce that it is at least a couple 100,000 tied into this. So why would you put it on if you know it's not going to sell nothing? Like, Danny, you can't be this fucking deluded. You think somebody's going to buy this pay-per-view? You think you're going to sell out the Barclays with this fucking guy and this fucking undercard? Either you fucking retarded or you laundering money. And I'm like, you know
that's what
what?
I
He's
was gonna say
stupid.
too yesterday when you said it was at around $1 million. I'm like, well then, like, not just the average millionaire can just put on a fucking a boxing card. You know what I'm saying? Like that, there's a lot of money that goes into it. So
you gotta be laundering drug money in Philly, and I hope he is, because I'm like, yo, if you really are
that'd
that
be so
fucking
fucking
stupid,
dope,
bro, that'd be amazing. Shout out to Mr. T. Happy belated, Chris. Put Bat Diddy back up. All right, I'm gonna put Bat Diddy
Fucking
back
bitch.
up.
Oh, it's
Shout out to
Chris's
Chris.
birthday too, huh?
It's Chris's birthday. You know he's at a gay bar right now. drinking a fucking mojito. So then Diddy said, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to motherfucking Chris, bro.
Chris tried to call me a bitch. I was like, you know what, Chris? I'm not gonna call you the N-word on your birthday, bro.
Shout out to Chris, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that shit yesterday, that was sad, bro. But I was thinking earlier today at my kid's soccer game.
Knocked them out.
Yeah, but it's like
at the
this
very
is the thing.
least.
This is the thing. It's not like the NBA and it's not like the MLB where you know that this is going to be a guy's last game and it's all part of the program. Boxing isn't like that. You understand? That usually a boxer's swan song is actually not appealing. It's very rare that you can actually sell it and it'll be marketable because it's inconsequential. When a guy says that, well, I'm not fighting no more after this, right? That kind of makes people not care, because then it's like, oh,
I see what you mean.
Whereas if it's Shaquille O'Neal's last game, or Kobe Bryant's last game, if it's Steph Curry's last game, you actually more inclined to watch, because it's their last game. But it's not really like that with boxers. Like,
no, I disagree.
Really.
I disagree. I think the
Really?
reason why it feels like that is it's because a lot of guys just aren't on that level of like, no one cares about the guys today as much as they care about, like, let's say someone like Ricky Hatton.
Yeah.
Like Ricky Hatton says, "Yo, it's my last fight, bro. Everybody in
It's the
England's coming
level
out
of
to see this."
stardom
But
that we work.
I would ask you, Ray, name me a Swan song that was like that it was big. You know that it was big. Like bro, I'm in my 40s. I haven't really seen a Swan song for a boxer that it was like even Kodo shit.
Also, the thing is, you have to remember, it's like how many boxers are like actually like getting like proper like, yo, this is my
you know
last
what?
fight. I think
Errol
I'm out of
Spence.
here. I'm done. What?
Errol Spence.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Oh my
It was
god.
big though. It was
Oh
big
my
though.
god.
It was big though.
Jason.
But we knew it was. You know what the shit is? We knew that was his Swan song. Apparently, everybody else didn't like it. We knew, like,
we knew, bro.
He ain't fighting after this.
We knew.
This
But
motherfucker not going to do
I don't know.
nothing
Like
after
most
this.
guys, like when you think about it, like they don't really like get the Swan song because they don't really go for it. Like they're not saying, "Yo, it's my last fight. I'm going to my final." Rarely I've ever seen that. I don't even know if I've ever
that's the
remember
whole
that.
saying. Remember that boxing will retire you type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
but also
literally
by
what-
the time, yeah, but also by the time that a guy is contemplating retirement to even put on a Swan song, right? Your marquee value has already likely taken a hit. You've probably suffered a couple of losses, right? That's why the Swan song route, it never goes really well. To date, Derek Chisora is probably the only guy that can hold a Swan song and sell out, because I think he's gonna sell out in December, irrespective of who he fights. I think he's gonna sell out in December.
I
But
feel like Usyk will have a Swan song way because I mean,
yeah, but he's not a good example of anything. Like Usyk is an anomaly. He's not a good
but you got to
example of
remember too.
what
Way like
happens
think
most
about
of the time.
that was part of like Floyd's whole selling point was that he's not gonna let boxing retire.
But no, listen,
He's gonna go out on his own terms.
Floyd, what was Floyd's Swan song from boxing? Because it wasn't really Maymac. It was the Berto fight, right? People knew that was going to be Floyd's last professional boxing match. And the numbers fucking nosedive, bro. Like a Boeing 747. You go from 4 million with Pacquiao to not even half that number for your Swan song. Remember,
like
it was
400.
like, yeah. So, and you know, that's kind of how I knew then too that they don't really like Floyd like that, because if they did, this is his final fight. You don't want to see him in action one last time. You don't want to, take it all in, and and you see what it was. So it's like Swan songs generally, and the feeling that I get when I hear that is, this fight is inconsequential. It's no longer relevant to the sport, because after this, you're out of here. It's almost like it's better to not do a Swan song
Can
fight.
we not have a normal ass conversation with Bat Diddy up, bro?
Yeah, you know what? I forgot that motherfucker was up there, bro.
Let me
put these cheeks up there. There you go. You see that shit? You see? Look at that backbone.
White cheeks.
Look at that backbone. Look at that back. You like that, Ray? That's good stuff, right, Ray? Come on. Is it good stuff?
The feeling of that.
Why are you putting
everybody
laughs.
laughs.
Screen, bro.
Yo, why does everybody laugh at me over this, bro? I think the shit look nice.
Dude, I ain't laughing at you.
I'm laughing.
I think it looks nice. Jay, doesn't it look nice?
Hell yeah. I came in at the right time.
Everybody's fucking problem is, bro. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Some good meat spec.
There we go. Much better.
Yeah, but she got them big ass feet though.
Oh, that's
the shit. She got them big ass feet.
That's the turn off. That's the turn off.
She got them ET toes.
Yo, who doing all that?
That's virtuoso.
Motherfucker in the DMV or something. Like, what the fuck?
I tried looking it up.
I didn't know the DMV was open on Sundays.
They call it numbers and shit.
I'm saying he had a bingo hole or something. About her feet?
No. About what's it called? Boxing, like best boxing, like send-offs or whatever.
There haven't been that many, man, to be honest.
I can't remember it. The most I think it was like a Japanese fighter.
Maybe Usyk's will be, maybe Usyk's one, but he says he wants to keep fighting until he's 41. He's just, just being a dickhead now. You just being a dickhead now. Like, go home,
yeah, that's what
Usyk.
I mean.
Go home.
All right, bro. To what exactly?
What
you
about
mean to what? Look at all, yo, even after the war started, this guy made more money after the fucking war than before that. You got go to Poland. Chill.
Okay,
Bro, he has
okay,
made a
there.
fortune, man. Like seriously, all his purses combined. Like, bro,
That's where all the, you know that's
Fucking-
where all the Ukrainians went. The ones that didn't engage in the war, the ones that were seeking refuge went to Poland.
Nah,
Fuck
but
off,
it's the
go
way
to
you said it. You were
Poland.
just like, you were like, go home, bro. And I'm like, I don't know if that existed. I don't even know if the crib intact right
What
Yo,
is
now.
home?
listen.
Yep.
I don't know I don't really know what Zelensky's plan is, but if your plan involves U.S., yeah, homie, yo, you gonna have to talk to Putin, bro. Like, we can't keep doing this, bro. You know what I mean? Over your shit, we can't keep doing this, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you know. And I was thinking about this premium shit. I was just thinking that, you know what they're about to do on the zone? They're about to premium the hell out of us, man.
Are they?
This is about to
Fuck.
be like I thought about it. Like, I'm just like, yo, ever since Frank got on there, Frank is basically doing pay-per-view at the pay-per-view, basically. Like, the only free shits Frank give us is what, Buatsi versus Zach Parker. That's the free one. That's the regular
Not it.
one. Right? But I'm like, you know what they about to do? All the good matchroom shit, they gonna hide it. All the good Queensbury shit, they gonna hide it. And I was thinking, yo, this is gonna help Top Rank if they come back, if and when they come back. This is gonna help them because you have become considerably more expensive than everybody else. You know, it was already pricey to have the zone, whether it was month to month or annually. It's already on the pricey side. Then you add on all the pay-per-views, all the pay-per-views, all the pay-per-views. And remember, Top Rank don't do pay-per-views like that. They the whole time they was on ESPN, I could probably count on one hand how many pay-per-views they did. And some of
Very
them
true.
shits was co-promotions. And I was thinking, whoever Top Rank come back with, when they come back, yeah, this is helping them because y'all cost too much. PBC is basically pay-per-view city. The zone is turning into pay-per-view city. Top Rank don't do pay-per-views like that. They didn't on ESPN. So, and that was 8 years on that platform. 8 years. They didn't do pay-per-views like that.
It's like, what's the zone's annual cost? Like $225. That's how much
That's
I
what I
pay. But
paid, $225,
yeah, right.
and that's not counting the
225
fucking
plus your
pay-per-views, bro.
pay-per-views.
That's great.
That's crazy.
That's
I remember
kind
I
of.
did a math equation on like PBC because I was like, yo, this shit is way too expensive. I think the zone might have just like surpassed that fast.
I mean, if they end up doing 15 pay-per-views a year, like what I read, then yeah, they would have surpassed them.
Wait,
Now they're not.
you said they're
Right.
gonna do 15?
That's what, bro. That's what I read. 15 of them hot joints. Country, stop
And it's
playing with
like
your
how
pussy,
much?
man. So that's two. I mean, like, if we just take the median cost, if we use this pay-per-view this weekend as an example, Wardley versus Parker, that's what, $60?
Oh wow.
Wow. That's a lot. It's not. It hasn't caught up. It hasn't caught up to PBC yet because at the height of PBC, when they had both Fox and Showtime, the price for you to watch everything, right, to have access and watch everything was in 1,000, like a little over 1,000.
You sure it's 15?
I heard that. I read. I mean, that's what I read. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I read, dog. That's what I read.
That's okay. So maybe you know what? Let me try that again. Maybe my shit fucked 6. Okay, yeah. So $900.
Yo,
That shit more than subscription. That's like
my dude.
That's
my dude. And and the whole time I'm thinking, like, who do you expect to buy this? Who? Where? Not in America. Wortley versus Clark, bro. In America?
What is it for the Brits though?
I mean, you know that, bro. They don't. Yo, they paying 24 yams for that, bro. They getting us. They getting us. We paying damn near 3 times that amount. Damn near. And that's on top of the subscription. They wrong. Frank wrong for that, bro. Frank is wrong for that.
Is it?
It's actually not much better. I'm not gonna lie.
Worldly versus Park. The thing about Park, especially Park, because by now they have to know that Worldly. I don't think it's gonna become a big draw because Worldly has his days count on this sport. For the way he fights, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose badly. And after that, I don't know
It's
what's
not
gonna
long
happen.
for this boxing world.
Yeah,
No, we not.
but Parker, dude, they did everything they could for Parker. I'm talking about giving him chance after chance. So if 10 people buy that fucking pay-per-view in America, it's gonna be that, because it's not. There is no chance you're gonna become Parker in some kind of draw in America. No, that's not gonna happen.
Let me put this question out there, Leo, to the people in the chat, anybody in the chat, anybody around. Do you plan on buying? And this is specifically for the people that plan on buying it. Is anybody planning on buying the fight this weekend? You already know that I'm gonna buy it because I'm gonna.
What's the fight
flip
this weekend again?
Parker versus Wardley. That's next Saturday.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for asking.
Nobody on the panel is gonna buy it. Nobody on the panel.
I don't think many people in America are planning to buy it. Generally, I'm surprised many people in England would be planning to buy it.
I mean, I think a lot of people in England is gonna steal that shit too, to be honest. Is there anybody in the chat that is gonna purchase that pay-per-view? Because I really want to read the room. Like, dog, if you ask me, I don't really think nobody in America but me and maybe 5 other people is gonna buy that pay-per-view. I'm saying, like, I can't see people with how shit is now. I can't see people paying $60 for that. That undercard is ass. Like, for a paper, that shit is ass. Like, who gonna buy that?
That undercard was something special too, by the way. Like, I've never seen names like that before.
Hey, shout out to my man Eddie. Shut the fuck up, country. Shit.
Yeah, I'm shutting the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck you.
Shout out to Eddie. Shout out to Eddie Torres. That's at least one guy besides me that's gonna buy it. One guy. That's
Eddie
one
Torres,
so far.
E.T. the extra testicle. Remember that from Cheech and Chong?
Shut the fuck up, country. Shit.
No, God damn it, I'm not going to. I've been sent to annoy you.
Shout out to motherfucking Eddie. He said, I fucking hate the fire stick. Shit is bogus. Always tweaks in the best rounds. I dig it. Is anybody else planning on buying this pay-per-view in America or the UK? Or the UK? You gonna buy it, Virtuoso, for real?
Yeah, because I got a British DAZN account, so I'll pay $25 for it.
This motherfucker, right?
I don't even know about that, bro. Like, if you send me a VPN to like the Himalayas or something, bro, can you get it for like $1?
Motherfucker.
Yes.
like if I send my shit to Nepal, bro, I get that shit for $5.
Motherfucker said we got one buy in Alaska. It's one motherfucker in Alaska that bought this pay-per-view, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna look suspicious by itself. Like, who the fuck in Alaska watches boxing?
Tundra too, you know.
There's a motherfucker in Angola buying that pay-per-view fight.
Right?
Shit, I'm gonna do that, bro. I'm gonna buy that shit in Angola and be like, yeah, of course we watch boxing over here. We Lima fans over here, bro.
Right, and we smell Lima, bro. Lima. You know what I'm saying? You start throwing up gang signs and shit. Lima, we smell Lima. You know what I'm saying? Blood sets. And all the bullshit.
King Frog is in Australia. He said he's paid $49.99 for it and have to stay up all night or wake up at 3 a.m.
Oh my God, man. Like the only, like the zone is, I'm really debating what am I gonna do in this coming year. Of course I could keep paying for it, but you really gotta look at like, is it worth it now? Now is it worth it to be giving them $225 when y'all gonna be hiding shit behind a paywall anyway? I gotta crunch the numbers to see if that shit is worth it, man.
Yeah,
I do.
Man, it might not be.
It's probably gonna go up more. It's probably gonna be more than $225.
No, I mean that's the one price that hasn't moved, Jay. That's the price that
no.
From 2018 till now, it hasn't moved, and it still comes out cheaper than paying every month. So I mean,
that's true. But it stayed consistent. It hasn't moved. Though it's stayed the same.
It hasn't moved
pretty
from
much.
2018. It hasn't moved because that I always paid for the annual, like from the beginning. Like I did, you do the numbers, and I'm like, well, if I could.
I say me too. I've had it since like 2020. That was my first year. 2020. That's when I got it.
And that's the monthly. I think changed. I don't know what people were paying month to month, and I don't know what they're paying now because I only paid for the annual, and that's the one price that didn't change. It didn't change for me. So, you know.
Hey, Jules, I managed to capture a picture. I dropped it in your Twitter.
Got you right. Let me see. Hold up.
Hey, but hey, welcome guys to a boxing network monopoly right now. That is what the zone has, and they are going to milk it as long as they can.
She looks just like her sister. She's her twin, dude.
Yeah. I gotta get some cats, man. I miss having cats. But yeah, man, this shit is getting retarded, bro. It really is getting ridiculous, man.
Well, they were talking about no pay-per-views, and now everybody's starting to do them and shit. It's like, what the fuck?
You know what I'm gonna say too? As critical as I am of Dana White, he completely cornered the market, and then he said, "Yo, you know what? Every fight's free after this, bro. After the next year, but we're done. Free."
Thank God.
Fucking Spider-Man.
What's it called? The Zone got that shit, and they were like,
"You got bit by a spider?
We're about to gouge
you." No, it was a Spider-Man. He literally came down like Spider-Man. Like the fucking nerve of him, dog. You got a lot of fucking nerve.
Yo, Jules, climb the walls right now.
Bro, what the fuck you thought I was gonna do?
Jules was getting swatted in his own house.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, what you trying to join the live? Fucking nerve of him.
Dude, you still got that Spider-Man mask you wear?
Yeah, I got that shit. I got that shit ready for 2 weeks from now, bro. Spider-Man. I'm about to be Spooderman out here, bro. Shout out the motherfucking Alex. The Zone ain't worth it. If you gotta pay pay-per-view regularly, I agree with you, Alex. Like I think that, you know, when they started out, it was definitely worth it when they started out because you were getting a lot of shit, including Canelo fights. You got Canelo versus Jacobs. You actually got quite a few Canelo fights, and they didn't cost nothing. The Saunders fight, the Callum Smith fight, it didn't cost nothing. But now it's like, yeah, like y'all out of control with this pay-per-view shit, dog. Like y'all doing what the PBC doing, basically.
I think Turkey misspoke. I think what he meant was we're gonna come out with a yearly subscription with Ring Pass. Like we're gonna include more like ring shows, but it's gonna cost you more.
But what do you based on how shit looks, what do you guys imagine the Ring Pass is gonna cost?
Oh fuck, an arm and a leg.
You think it's gonna be like 100? Do you think it's gonna be 100? Like let's try to ballpark it. Is it gonna be 100 on top of the 2 and change?
I don't think so. Oh, you mean annually?
Annually, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Really
annually,
easily, man.
So 300. So it's $300 basically.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Wow, dog.
Knowing DAZN, I wouldn't doubt that shit at all.
Wow, dog.
That's Triller Land.
So I have a question. Let's say you not subscribed to DAZN. Do you have to be subscribed to DAZN to get this Ring Pass?
Oh, to get the Ring Pass? Yeah, most likely. I mean,
is the Zone doing it through their? Is the Zone doing it through their site, or like how's that work?
Well, it's supposed to be. I mean, the way that they said it, because they haven't told us everything yet. We don't actually have a price yet, Jay, but it sounds like an add-on. That's what it sounds like. Like, well, if you got Zone, you can add this bullshit to it.
Wait, hold on, because it might be something opposite. Because like maybe they'll do it like ESPN, where like ESPN has ESPN. You gotta buy that shit.
Kind of like a bundle package?
Yo, dog, I swear to God.
They have like
if it costed that much, I will go to DAZN and punch everybody in their fucking
I'll
stomach.
Be there with you,
they have like a ESPN Plus.
Y'all gotta be crazy.
ESPN Plus is like separate from all ESPN stuff. So you could open the ESPN app, and if you only have ESPN Plus, you'll get only ESPN Plus stuff. So maybe that's what will be like the Ring Pass.
If that subscription rate is real, I'm gonna Luigi Lemplavatnik.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a leg drop that motherfucker. Yo, what are you watching, bro? That sound like Warriors in the background when they shot Osiris.
Who's going in?
I know. Can you dig it?
You know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy out here, bro. Shout out to Pork Chop. Turkey needs his own streaming service. For real. Like,
it's not a bad idea. I'd go for that.
But isn't that basically what it is, though? Like, if you think about it, that's basically what it is.
Pretty much.
And does this Ring Magazine thing, does it only go for Ring Magazine shows, or does it include the shit like this weekend shit? Because this weekend's card is not a Ring Magazine card. I don't think it has any association to Turkey. The one
No,
they
I don't think
doing this
so.
weekend.
I don't think so. Yeah, Frank is just doing that one. I think it's just his baby. So,
But you see what the problem is that, like, if I get this ring bullshit, is that all the zone pay-per-views or just the shits that you do? Because if it's just the shits that you do, you know that's even worse. That's even worse.
Shit, yeah, that's even worse. That's even more niche.
Yo, that's fucking crazy, bro. What we gonna do, real
gay,
talk? What
bro.
we gonna do, man?
Bro,
What we gonna do?
you gotta sacrifice a testicle, bro.
Yeah, I might have to.
To me, it will be interesting to know how are their metrics working out. I'm talking about because the song is not only boxing; it's a bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
And I would like to know how much money are they getting from boxing, and how much money are they getting from other. Because is boxing is not a priority, maybe. Is boxing is not. It's not worth to grow an audience because you have other shit going on. It's like, yeah, boxing fans, they're gonna be mistreated in the song because maybe they're giving up on trying to say, no, we're gonna become mainstream. No, fuck it. We're just gonna show boxing. We're gonna tax the shit out of the consumers.
It could be that it could be that they gave up. I mean, in all honesty, if you look at the American boxing scene, why wouldn't they have given up? They've been here since 2018. It's not like shit got better, you know? It didn't get better, you know?
Yeah, but aren't you kind of gouging out everybody else? Like, let's say like there are other fans. I don't know, like if you're still trying to please to American base, right? What else is an American gonna watch on the zone realistically?
I mean, honestly, like I don't think the vast majority of Americans watch the shoulder programming, you know, like all the featurettes. I don't think they really watch that stuff. And I really don't think they watch the other content because they got a lot of stuff on there. But I just don't see an American watching that stuff. They could be gooning, bro.
But like, what stuff like does the zone have for like? Okay, let's say this, right? Let's say you're one of those Americans. You're a bit of like a hipster or something, right? Like,
Yo,
let's say you like soccer.
so you're not even
bro.
gonna say nothing, Ray? Like you're not gonna check me or nothing?
You don't take that one in stride, bro.
Like,
Bro,
you just,
Hey, bro,
listen.
I'm just gonna
you know,
move
You
on.
no,
the
Jules,
shit
you
was
might be onto something.
Ray made an agreement. Like he is right. Like if I'm not watching boxing, I'm usually masturbating. Usually, so,
Which is
you know what
why,
I'm saying?
hold on, which is why the zone needs to purchase Pornhub.
Yeah, yo,
I agree. He's gonna legalize that
I'd
shit in
sub. I'd
Texas,
sub if
bro.
they did that.
they need
I'm
to.
not gonna
They
lie,
need
Make
bro. The
Texas
price
great
of the
again,
zone
bro.
might
Bring
shoot through the
Pornhub
roof
back.
if they actually make that purchase, bro.
no. What they need to do is any boxes that got a OnlyFans, right? That should come as part of the
Okay.
subscription, bro. No, what you mean, okay, bro? Like yeah, that should be
Which
part of
boxers
it,
are we
bro.
talking about?
Women boxers. Women boxers.
Yeah, who
Okay,
the fuck? Who you
okay.
thought I was talking about, bro?
Hey, I
Y'all
don't know,
gonna be
bro.
talking
I
about,
don't know,
Orlando
bro?
bro.
Cruz.
I don't know, bro. Some of you guys,
Y'all
hey,
gonna be talking about, bro?
Bro, he instantly started thinking of cock.
You know what
I
I'm
don't know,
saying?
man. Real talk is here, bro. You know, he be getting dangerous sometimes, man.
Listen, not because you know what I'm saying. Like some gotta give. Like yo, you gotta offset that cost. But like I said, the environment that the zone and Turkey are creating is actually going to help Top Rank if and when they come back because they really don't do pay-per-view that much anyway. So they're going to become the cheaper alternative to everything, the cheaper alternative to PBC, who only really do pay-per-views now.
Yeah.
And certainly the cheaper alternative to the zone, who are charging you pay-per-view on top of the monthly subscription, or you do the premium bullshit where Top Rank, you pay for it. If you already have the shit, like if they go to Paramount, I'm in the game, bro. I already have Paramount. If they go to HBO, I'm in the game. I already got them. If they go to Peacock, I already got that. That's nothing extra. So, you know what I mean? They better get it together, bro. They asking for too much, man. Asking for
These
way too
motherfuckers
much.
need to consolidate, bro, because like the whole point of going to streaming was to get away from cable and the high bill that was, but all this uh deplatforming and going and getting your own shit, bro, it's just making it even more expensive than cable was.
Honestly, yeah, or just as, which defeats
Yeah,
the
yeah, but
purpose.
you have to understand something that in reality, these motherfuckers are investing their money and other people's money and trying to make money, not to make us cheaper alternatives, not to provide us with cheaper entertainment. No, they're trying to get more money from us. So Yeah, they're trying to cash. They're trying to seize the moment. They take the opportunity, but it's not going to be at the long term of our benefit. No, we're going to end up paying more like everything else.
That fucking sucks, bro. That's one of the bleakest forecasts I heard all day, dog. The shit is that some shit don't make business sense because you're not getting anything extra out of this. You know that, right? Like you're not gonna rehabilitate the pay-per-view model. The problem with it is that people keep using it. That's the problem. You can't rehabilitate it by doing more pay-per-view. It's not making you anything.
The other thing, Julius, is I don't know how many blind spots we're operating right now, because when you told me in one of your videos that Matchroom is getting more money from darts, like the shit you throw in the wall.
Yeah.
They're trying. Yeah, I will never guess that shit. So maybe, just maybe, there are things that we don't know about the market. That's the things that are influencing their decisions because they have the numbers. We don't.
I would say this, Leo. I guess what sets boxing apart from most every other sport or every other event-oriented business, boxing often requires the promoter to roll the dice on literally every single show that they do. Literally, it's all a gamble that you'll put in this money in order to get X back. You put in X to get back Y. And that's basically the game. And the problem is, which I've been saying, when you're giving people annual budgets and exclusivity deals, you don't put together a show with the same sense of urgency you would if you didn't have that deal. You tell yourself, well, I'm going to get the 80 or the 90 million irrespective, so we don't have to kill ourselves to put together a show. Whereas before, if you looked at the average show in the past, they were great shows, but there were no exclusivity deals. A platform worked with several promoters all at once and was not exclusive to any of them. And they weren't married like that, where it's like, yeah, here's 90 million, go do what you want, bring us back some content. It wasn't like that. That's why it needs to go back to that, so that promoters can promote with a sense of urgency, so that fights can be put together with a sense of meaning, long-term meaning, because now Oscar is probably the best example of why that's not good. You're putting together straight haraka, garbage.
Yeah, but we talked about this shit a while ago. Those shows, those big shows with not really a exclusivity deal, those were not by design. Those were coincidence. That the stars aligned to get two guys and their proper event, and they asked for the right money, and people make money, and people show it, and it was great. But it wasn't like this is what.
No, Leo, I disagree. I disagree with you. Que ellos entendían the business in a way. They understood it better. I would say that they understood it then more better than they understand it now. Now, I really think they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just shooting in the dark. Whereas before,
like if you understood what they knew then, like if you knew what they knew,
because they knew if Real Talk is a promoter and he's got a guy who's a good guy and people are excited about him, and I have a guy who's a good guy and people are excited about him, we knew we have to do this. It's the only way. This is what we're in it for. This is literally it. This is what we're in it for. He's got a guy. I got a guy. Somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose. That's not important. We put it together to make the money. Who cares who wins or loses?
That's the name of the game.
That's the name of the game. Whereas now, that's why people protect their assets now, because they think they can afford to, since, I got my exclusivity deal, I'm going to get my budget annually regardless. Maybe I don't need to fight Real Talk's guy. Maybe I don't need to do that, right? That's the mentality they got now, but that's the shit fucking the game up. Everybody has to gamble.
And then to do the fights that you need to do with my dude, you got to break the bank. That's what's fucking the game up.
No, it's odd, Jules. The one thing that we kind of said is, like, boxing is so big. There's so many guys. There's so many fighters. It's weird that promoters even want to protect your assets, because realistically, it's like, let's say you're someone like Top Rank. All right, Keyshawn just lost a fight. Well, guess what? I got Mason. Well, Mason just lost a fight. Well, I got someone else in my back pocket later.
I got Torres still.
Okay, cool.
I got Torres.
another guy.
I got Vargas.
I don't know why it matters so much.
Well, it matters now. I believe that it did. I don't believe it mattered before, right? But the reason I think it matters now is because of the commitment that they're making to a broadcaster, right? I think that's why it matters to them now, to make sure that their guys are always on the up and up, because these are your assets to that broadcaster. That, look, we got this guy, we got this guy, we got this guy. These are, but all the, and the worst thing is that these guys aren't popular. They're mildly popular because you're protecting them. You're not letting this build up the way that it needs to because you don't want to gamble. Whereas before, when you were gambling, it was bigger because of the gamble, because there's so much at stake for you, so much at stake for the fighter, so much at stake for the promotion. That instability is really what creates the excitement that makes boxing big. Think about it. Wilder and Fury individually weren't worth much, but together they were. And they were with different outfits. The biggest of the biggest boxing matches involve guys that are not with the same promoter, oftentimes. Spence and Crawford.
You gotta think about how much Cool Boy furthered his career by taking that risk and going to Japan for Inoue. Like, he kept himself in relevancy and in the public side just by doing that, because look how much respect he gained by taking that gamble.
Well, he's got Japanese bitches throwing pussy at him and all that.
You know what I'm saying? That sideways pussy.
You know what I'm saying? That fucking sushi.
He also got his
pussy,
highest ever purse when he went over there.
For real, he would have never got that shit out here. I think that boxing, the nature of boxing, not just as a discipline, but even as the framework of the business, is also indicative of how it operates as a sport. That, yeah, you need that instability, though. You do need that. You need that volatility. You need fighters that are willing to gamble. And as a business, you need to be willing to gamble, because the way that everybody's doing it, playing it safe so often, yeah, people are leaving. They're leaving in droves. They're leaving in droves. They're not amused. They're not excited. And why would they be? Schofield is fighting Jojo Diaz. Virgil is fighting Lubin. The most exciting thing that could come out of that is Virgil losing. Think of, like, yeah, that's, if you knock him out, well, people kind of expected that. If you knock him out, the most exciting thing that could come out of that is if you get knocked out, you know? And that's missing, that air of, and that's why I kind of give it the MVP. Two of they girls lost. Well, there were two upsets yesterday. Upsets can be a good thing because they remind people.
I missed it.
The little Puerto Rican girl lost, even though she won. They gave it to Sharita. I was fucked up. And in the main event, the girl they signed, she lost. But it's like, yeah, upsets.
Well, so Sharita got another gift?
Yeah, a third one.
Oh, wow. She what the hell, man?
I will talk about that shit a little bit. But look, you say it very clearly, but you didn't word it exactly how it is. Because these guys, they're making money. They are not making money in America. They're not making money in the United States. And it says a lot when Dana White has an excuse to say, look, you know the NBA, the NFL? I told you this before, but I don't think you were present. I want to do the same thing, but in boxing. Like, it almost looks like everything has to be a fucking monopoly. It's close to a monopoly for that to work in the United States of America. And dude, if that's the way you need to do it in America, it's good. It's entertainment, it's a sport. But that doesn't mean that the sport is not thriving in the rest of the world. And that's what the song is saying. Look, fuck the American market. We're not gonna try to put money there here because we're getting money everyone else. The subscription are gonna get. The pay-per-view, if they buy the pay-per-view, good. If they don't buy, okay, whatever. But we are catering to the world, not just to the United States.
I mean, that's why that is another reason why I'm supportive of Dana. All these people that don't want him to join, right? What they're really afraid of is somebody who's going to set ground rules, is somebody who's going to tell you, no, motherfucker, we not giving you that. The fuck wrong with you? No, you can't ask for that kind of money, or you fuck. That's really what bothers them about him. And I don't feel like, dog. No, if you decided to sign to the UFC, you took on all of that. Nobody made you do that. If y'all don't like how Dana run a ship, then go fight for the fucking PFL. Go fight for fucking. You could go to Bellator's not. I don't know, but you don't have to sign.
Exist no more.
Yeah, Bellator evaporated basically. That shit evaporated. But the idea is that it's not about liking Dana White. It's that I don't believe he's the bad guy that he's made out to be. Y'all just don't want somebody to tell y'all you're expendable, which you are. You are expendable. All the fighters are expendable. They don't want to hear that, but you are. And what if you stop boxing? Boxing stops? If you stop wrestling around with men in the cage with your dick out, MMA stops? No, Real Talk's gonna watch 2 more homosexuals slapping each other with it. Like, yeah, he's not gonna stop watching that shit.
Oh my
No,
God.
but listen, this is my thing with Sufa boxing. In principle, I don't have a problem with what they're trying to do and the Muhammad Ali Revival Act, but I'm really gonna have a problem with people gonna start sucking dick because they're gonna do it. Look, if you're gonna fight for Sufa for Dana White's rankings and for his belt, I have no problem. But when people try to tell me, no, this unknown guy talking for boxing, he can challenge for the WBA or the WBC. It's not, because if he could do that, he will go to the rankings and the other promotional companies to try to do that. If you're gonna work in the Sufa boxing biosphere, we're gonna talk about the fights and how the other motherfucking Shoryuken the other guy. That's cool. But you're not trying to convince me that's world-class boxing, because it's not. It's super boxing.
Do you know why I'm going to... I don't disagree with that, because we already established that they're only going to draw a certain caliber of boxer. You're not going to get a Bivol over there. You know what I mean? Like, no. You're not going to get a Crawford over. Like, no. But as far as the sanction and body rankings, I welcome that because I'm tired of it, bro. We should have never had to wait this long for the WBA to order the Giasov fight. Like, before we say, oh, Zufa's not world-class boxing, but Rolly is? That dude got a belt.
Yeah.
Belt.
I mean, and that leads to my point, because like, I don't have an issue with it either, because like Zufa boxing, it's like, okay, they're doing what they're doing, they're gonna stay in the run lane fine, but it's like I saw it's a welcoming like opportunity for, you know, just new boxing fans, including us, because the sanction bodies aren't doing their fucking jobs. I mean, like they never order fight. They never order fights anymore. How rarely do they order fights now?
No,
like, once or twice a year.
Not just that. If the idea is that Zufa is the minor league, and obviously the parallel is there. Granted, it's not like regular boxing outside of that is all world-class guys. No, Vincenzo Gualtieri had the IBF title. That dude sucked.
What, he had it for like 6 minutes?
Yeah, but you see what I'm getting at? Before we chastise, the Zufa belt this and the Zufa belt that, Brody, I'm just saying Mario Barrios has the BC. Who the fuck thinks he's world class?
Well, he drew in his last two. He drew in his last 2 fights, for God's sakes.
He shot, but it's like, okay. The idea is like, the idea that I get from Leo is like, and it's something I said before too. It's like, okay, there's some mediocrity and some ass in boxing, like clearly defined ass. Is it really positive to add some more ass to it?
But who says it's ass is my thing. We're assuming, because the other thing is this: while Dana White is only going to work with a certain caliber of boxer, granted, it is going to be the process of elimination that it's supposed to be, and that is how you get that is how you find a diamond in the rough, isn't it?
You know what
by
I'm thinking
by making guys fight. If they don't fight each other, in other words, Giasov, right? If he were allowed to thrive, he might be more popular. But in boxing, the way that it is, these are the guys that get frozen out. Look at Murtazaliev, and he has a belt. But these are the guys that don't get the fights. These are the guys that get passed over. Like, oh, he high risk. Look, I'm sick of hearing that shit. So I welcome Dana's tournament format and that process of elimination, because you know what? That is the way that it used to be. You didn't have to wonder if a guy was going to get a fight. You knew that he would. Like, no, he has to. Otherwise,
Can
what
I
are you
ask?
gonna? What are we gonna
Is
watch?
he actually making it a tournament format, or is he making it like the UFC?
No, he's making it. The reason I say it's a tournament format, I say that is because your ranks are fixed. Your guys are going to fight all your guys, which is tantamount to a tournament. You're only going to house about 450 fighters across 8 divisions, right? That's basically a tournament. It is. Yeah, that's a big ass tournament. 400, 400, and some of them are women is the other thing. It's not even like it's going to be all 450 are men. So I'm thinking about that. I'm like across the 8 traditional weight classes of boxing, the 8 first ones. Yeah, that's a fucking tournament, bro. That's a tournament format.
Also, man, you got to think of it like college football to the NFL. You know, like a lot of the times college football have more entertaining games because these dudes are trying to get contracts. You know, they're trying to get picked up. So they're gonna do a little bit extra to try to get that shit. So it could be more entertaining than just all these professionals that already got these guaranteed purses that they're not
And they're
really worried about
overpaid.
shit.
They don't fight with a sense of urgency, bro. Like you can see that. Like look, the 2 girls that fought in the main event yesterday, Lourdes Juarez and Jessica Niri Plata. You could just watch highlights of that fight and see, why are these women fighting with more of a sense of urgency than the men do? Well, they make a lot less than the men. That has something to do with it. You know, it's like a game dog. You're not gonna have a good game dog if he's fat and fucking happy and eating steak all day. You gotta starve him. You gotta abuse him a little bit.
That's a quote that I heard from a fan. He straight up said, and what's it called? He said it on a podcast. He said, "Yo, I love my fighters when they're starving."
Yeah, lock them in the freezer. Lower the temperature to 60. But seriously though,
you're not gonna get with a zapper, bro.
You're not gonna get the veracity from these fighters that are so satisfied with themselves. Like, no, you're not, and that defeats the purpose of what this is because people watch this for the brutality, bro. They do.
Shakur, you bitch ass motherfucker. Nobody wants to see you.
Listen, I'ma just let me tell you. No, wait, shut the fuck up, Leo. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna hit that. Listen, I'm gonna hit that motherfucker up for an interview because I want to interview that young motherfucker. And I'm motherfucker. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That young motherfucker.
You're talking like you want to interview him, but you better lower down your tone. You better be like, sir, Mr. Shakur.
No, motherfucker. And I'm gonna say, yo, listen, it's a guy named fucking Undefeated. He don't like your ass.
I don't like your I don't like your Puerto Rican bitch ass. Fuck you and your wet pop bitch ass.
His fake Puerto Rican ass. You need to go further.
Fuck you and that island. Nah, I'm just playing.
Listen,
but
man,
you better come correct him. Be like, Mr. Shakur Stevenson.
No, I'm gonna do the whole interview in my Floyd Schofield voice. Is how I'm gonna do it. Shakur. I can meet you, Shakur. I want to talk to you.
Bro, the straight face like, all right,
shout out to Marcel. I think Zuffa is gonna be good in time, 2-3 years. I welcome it because the way that it works, even if it's expanded, it still is a tournament. When you're saying that the guys have to climb up the ranks and they have to fight each other, so you know that everybody in the top 10 are going to fight. You know that they are like, yeah, they're gonna have to because you're setting this up like a tournament. And really, that is how you get the top talent to permeate. Now, I'm not saying that Zuffa's gonna have any Crawfords over there. No, they might not have a Crawford, but they might have a Bakram. Yeah, they might have a Bakram. They might have a right? They can have a Bakram.
I welcome Zuffa. I welcome TKO. The only thing that sucks, bro, is that the fact that we're losing that mom and pop's feeling, like you know, like when you go to your corner store, you buy a slice of pizza. It's no longer there. It's corporate now. You got motherfuckers in there,
and you know why, Undefeated? You know why? It's the fucking exclusivity deals. That's what it is. It makes them laxed. It makes them not work as hard on a show when you know I'm gonna get if you Golden Boy. Man, look, man, we gonna get 60 regardless. We gonna get 50 or 60 annually regardless.
we finna give y'all JoJo and Schofield. Fuck y'all.
So you can make them dumbass fights because we gonna get 50 or 60 regardless. The fuck we care? Fuck we gonna break the bank.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's like, I mean, this I mean, they're starting to emulate the PBC because like they're giving us fights no one's asking for. No one asked for Tevin versus Schofield. No one asked for JoJo versus Schofield. Like who the fuck? I mean, no one's asking for Lubin versus Ortiz. I mean, good fight, but nobody asked for it. Well, nobody asked for it.
Yo, and really, it's only a good fight because we ain't. It's like really, it's not even a good fight. Like high key, it's not really a good fight. It's just the schedule been so dry. I'll take it.
Yeah, same.
It's like,
agreed. I'll take.
Literally,
Lubin always
bro.
Comes to, you know what I'm saying? Despite his flaws, Lubin always comes to scrap. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping.
Literally, it's been so dry that we got Ortiz versus Lubin. Okay, I'll take that. That's a good fight. Literally,
we stayed up till 12:34 last night watching Danny Garcia.
Hey, yo, don't bring that up. Don't bring that up.
Jules.
Hey,
that was your choice. You could have ended the stream.
Hey, yeah.
I'm just saying that's how dry it is. And now the zone used to be the alternative. Remember that 2018, 2019. Most of the time that the zone has been in America, they were the alternative to the pricey bullshit. Most of the time, like, PBC's doing pay-per-views on Fox, pay-per-views on Showtime, right? That's what made the zone appealing, that it was the alternative. Whereas now, y'all part of the problem. Y'all killing us out here, B. Like, can we get some regular boxing? You know what I mean?
Okay, Jules,
I really hope Eddie stick to his word though, because he did announce a couple of good shows. I do really like that Pacheco Sajo fight. That's a good fucking fight, right?
I like that one too.
Give me more shit like that, Ed. Like, let's move off of this Saudi shit. Like Turkey, that was cool. Yeah, yo, was good. Right, whatever. Let's move off of that and let's get back to regular boxing, bro.
Okay. Well, let me help you out real quick, Jules. He's a boxing promoter. He lied. So now I want to go back to something you said earlier that I hope I misheard. You stayed up till 12:30 watching the Danny Garcia fight,
bro. It's Danny Garcia, bro. How could I miss it?
I told you I was
fucking whore.
It's fucking Danny Garcia. Come on, bro. It's Danny.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Make the
Swift,
make
bro.
Make the pussy rain at midnight. Come on, bro.
Bro, I forgot that fight was happening, and you watched it.
Yo, listen, bro. That shit was worth my money. Yeah,
we got that.
Well, Jules, that's even insulting. Acting like you paid.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got what was it? A fourth round knockout, bro.
Yeah.
Who's got?
I'm gonna smoke this cigarette. I'm gonna smoke this cigarette. Gooch, grace us with the socialism, bro.
Hello.
Why? I don't mind if I do.
Dude.
Hey, is that Heyman still calling the shots or not?
Heyman.
Nah, he's probably dead, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm just going to come out and say it, bro.
He was dead.
If he's done, then Tom Brown's
allegedly.
Like honestly, I hope Heyman's done.
Who the fuck is
fucking got the
who's echoing?
Who got the echo? Fuck.
It ain't me.
Okay, if you're one of the motherfuckers who doesn't have
You're
headphones,
an idiot.
it's you.
Yo.
Undefeated.
Yes.
On the spellaway, yeah.
Honestly, I just got home, so I am a little pedo right now. but, however, I'm still sober to talk. What's going on?
No, just checking in. See.
Oh
making
yeah,
sure you guys are good.
Yeah, but honestly, like Heyman needs to be fucking buried alive, bro. For what he did to boxing, bury that motherfucker alive.
I'm gonna be real. At this point, I don't know how far I could go to blame Al Heyman. Like the zone shit is. That's them, man.
You're right. You're right, bro. Turkey. I fuck with Turkey, but who has a fucking reverb?
I know it's
Who has
driving
it
me
on? Turn
insane.
that shit down.
It's the guy who doesn't have headphones. Hold on.
It's probably Jules. Okay, it's
Okay,
gone.
turn the source go there. Cool.
Okay, it's
There you
gone.
go.
Thank
But
God.
honestly, Turkey, I fuck with Turkey. I really do. But this last pay per view, fuck you, Turkey. You bitch ass man. What the
But what
fuck?
is the last pay per view?
Wait,
What
wait a
pay-per-view was
minute.
that? Which one was that?
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. The guy, just the undisputed world heavyweight fighter, the guy put like, I don't know, $250 million to make that fight, and now you're blaming him for wanting money.
Oh
No, you
no.
have to chill. You have to blame on
Espérate,
him.
Leo. Espérate, Leo.
No.
Espérate, Leo. But you're asking us to pay. You're asking, wait, nobody told you to lie to us and said it was
That's
going to
really
be
what it
free.
is.
Yeah, nobody told you to lie to us and tell us it was going to be free. You bitch ass bastard. Now all of a sudden it's pay-per-view. You bitch ass bastard, cuz I don't want to call you the N-word, but that's what you are. You're a liar.
Okay. Go
Somebody
ahead.
say it.
Yeah,
Somebody
man,
say
you
it
up
for
here
me.
sounding like
You're a
his clone
Somebody
liar.
black say
girlfriend.
it.
Shit.
Huh?
Apparently, being an N-word is something really bad down there. But okay,
We say it in the South. We say it in the South like nothing, but I don't want to use it. But it's like Turkey. You said it was gonna be free.
yeah, I don't know.
Now we gotta pay for it.
I don't know if you
Pinche
should, but
Indian
okay.
giver. You're an Indian giver.
You're an Indian giver. You fucking
Pinche
Indian.
Indian giver.
You bitch.
But
I mean, let's be fair
what?
here. That's kind of been the deal of the Saudis to begin with. They get into something, it's too good to be true, and all of a sudden, oh, we have to charge now. Yeah, we totally never said we do the other thing.
I'm
Bro,
telling you that's Dana White influence. You
that
know what? But it has to happen because what he's been doing is not sustainable. And I think Dana White's the one who's saying like, look, motherfucker, we're going into business with TKO. You got to stop this shit.
Gooch,
'Cause
you're
he-
100% right. It's
uh,
Dana. It's Dana that was like, "Yo, Turkey, I get it. You're a boxing fan, but this shit is not sustainable." Dana White got into his ear and he was like, "Yo,
yeah,
charge these motherfuckers
Wait,
like
wait, but
20
Dana
bucks."
White, all of Dana shit is free now.
No. Now it is, but the MMA, but not the boxing.
yeah,
To
because
my
he's
knowledge,
getting
like it's gonna be
7
on
billion.
Paramount, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's
Not the
getting seven point
boxing.
seven billion.
Not the boxing.
Oh,
Then
that's
he's
It's
not
on
on
free.
his
the
own.
boxing at
Is
Paramount. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's like all
the
in one
no
house.
the MMA is free, not the boxing.
Oh hell.
Oh, they
What
haven't
the fuck,
announced that.
man?
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
it
because
Yeah,
should be. I
the
don't.
network's paying for it.
the
Yeah, I
MMA,
doubt he's gonna. Yeah, I doubt they're gonna charge him for this boxing, bro, because he can't really charge for like pro box level fights. Like that's not
Nope,
happening.
no.
bro, they're charging us a monthly fee, a monthly fee plus a pay per view for the zone.
No, TKO boxing. That's not on the zone, man.
I know, but I'm talking about the regular boxing.
The ring,
Oh, okay.
the
No, but
ring,
that's my
Yeah,
point. Like all
like
of Dana's shit is free, so
the
I
cock
think it's
ring.
just Turkey.
ring four is like $60 after this motherfucker says that it was gonna be free. So it's like, yo, what the fuck?
Wait, here's my thing though, right? If you're
Yeah,
saying, oh, it couldn't be maintained, it couldn't be this, yo, you're like the only network, like the zone is like the only network in boxing right now. Why not
literally.
just tell the fighters, yo, you guys are about to get paid way less, bro. And if you don't like that, tough.
Well,
Kick rocks.
Go
that's
somewhere else.
Kick
that's
Oh, you
rocks.
can't? Well, I guess you're gonna have to take that pay cut. I don't
Kick
understand why that
rocks.
wasn't a conversation.
well.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen now that Turkey. I think Turkey's going to cut the spigot and start fucking pressing people because he's the only one who's paying big money now. You know, Oscar
Yeah.
doesn't do it. Aram doesn't do it. You know, Matchroom has gotten under control. It's just Turkey. Now that he's fallen into line, I think these fuckers are going to have to take a haircut, and it's about time.
Yup.
Misael said Turkey supercards are Dana's competition. One angle of what you said, which is interesting, is because Turkey's the only one offering huge purses, it causes that filter out process. that Turkey's gonna pay you, but it's not for no dick in a booty fight. He's not gonna pay you for no tune-ups.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
No,
He's not gonna pay you for no tune-ups.
If he pays you for a fight, there's a good chance you lose your O if you got.
Why doesn't he just at this point like, look, I own damn near everything. We don't even know when Top Rank's coming back. I will pay you what I want to pay you. I don't have to pay you a lot anymore.
I think that's coming.
And he doesn't got these guys signed. Remember, like he doesn't have these guys signed, so you can't even whoop the. Oh well, your contract minimum. Fuck your contract minimum. I'm not your contract minimum.
Yep. And that's where a lot of the dickhead shit, like Hitchens want to be a free agent, Edgar want to be a free agent, right?
But
like this is where these guys want to be a free agent, and Devin might be the sacrificial lamb on the pulpit because if he lose, right? What I said, yo, dog, he only took that fight because ain't nobody else really offering you nothing. The T.O. fight fell through. The Garcia rematch fell through. If you didn't fight Brian, what was you gonna do? You a free agent.
On the cool way, you gotta think about it too. That's a lose-lose situation because you either get your ass whooped by Brian Gore-Tex or you win in the boring gay fashion that nobody wants to see and you're not allowed at Turkey's cards anymore.
Yeah, because if you a free agent, like they just stupid. Like those dudes is just some stupid fucking followers. You saw Floyd do it, and you want to do it. That's all. That's really like, dog. That's really all it is. Because you seen him do it, you think that shit applies to you. You don't have the commercial value that Floyd had. Free agency is for guys like Canelo. That's who that's for. For guys like him that literally are a business. That you do a Canelo fight,
bro,
you may as well be
economy, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You may as well be printing money. It's not for guys like Edgar Berlanga. It damn showing for guys like Richardson Hitchens. Like, bro, you a free agent. Thanks. Now we don't gotta look at you no more, bro. Thanks, bro. Now we don't gotta have you taking up space on the DAZN show.
Shit? On the cool.
Because you know why? Because Keith Connolly told him to do that shit. They thought Turkey gave it away. They thought that, yo, let's get out of Matchroom. That's one less hand in a cookie jar, and we could fuck with Turkey directly. And what Turkey said, unless it's Stu Eddie, I'm not doing no business with Hitchens. You remember when he said that? Unless it's Stu Eddie, I'm not doing no business with Hitchens. He tweeted that shit himself.
Yo, I'm so glad Eddie was like, "Yo, fuck that, y'all trying to get one off on me. Fuck y'all." I'm glad he told Turkey.
But also,
bro, fuck Richard.
I'm glad that happened to Hitchens because yo, you an example of what I be talking about. These fighters are not always good people. Some of them is fucking scumbags. High key. Mayweather Promotions had you on the shelf. You was crying they couldn't get you a fight. Eddie,
I was just about to say that. Eddie, he took him in. He got him a title shot like ASAP. Fights all
right.
That. He got him a belt.
Headline. He gave you all the opportunities that you was not getting at Mayweather Promotions. He got them for you, and look how you thank him. All right, I'm a free agent now. I see. All right.
Fucking
another Berlanga.
I remember watching a light heavyweight title fight. The challenger won, and when someone asked him what was next, he said, "Look, that's my manager right there. He's the one who believed in me. He's the one who convinced me to stay in boxing. He's the one who got me this title shot. Ask him what's next." These nowadays, you go like, "Oh, we'll stab you in the back this. I'll fuck you that. I'll go independent." Man,
no, you're wrong. What they'll do instead, they'll actually still say that shit while also saying, "Yo, I'm gonna throw that all on my manager and still dip on him, bro. Like I really don't give a fuck about this guy."
Yeah, like the main shit is the main. Hold on, the main thing is that maybe they're used to being fucked over by American promoters because one thing you're not gonna hear somebody say is that Eddie shorted them no money. You're not gonna hear that, or that Eddie fucked me over. He didn't pay me. He got a good reputation, but that's literally why y'all taking advantage. Edgar Berlanga, you taking advantage. Richardson Hitchens, like y'all taking advantage. Them motherfuckers helped y'all out. If Matchroom don't got Edgar Berlanga, you think that's stopping something? No. But where's Edgar? Where's your big comeback fight, Edgar? Remember you supposed to have a comeback fight?
Yo, you know what's crazy,
is it, bro?
I don't know why Eddie signed even. I don't even know why Eddie signed Edgar. That was a waste of time and money in my opinion.
To feed him to Canelo. It was to feed him to Canelo. And it worked. But it worked though.
Eddie delivered. Eddie fucking delivered on what he said he was gonna do. And then this son of a bitch fucking pulls away, fuck him.
Honestly, I think that Eddie's play with Edgar, right? Well, I don't think I know. The play was to get Edgar in the ring with Canelo. And when you look at the pay-per-view bars, right, it worked. Matchroom made money. That pay-per-view did better than the B-Ball pay-per-view.
I didn't think he was gonna get that done, but he got it done.
Yeah, it literally like if the goal was let's get this dumbass Porter Rock in the ring with Canelo, so like we gonna make money, bro. Like
that
and they
shit did better
like,
than Munguia.
And
I thought it was gonna be the other way around.
And this is why I say we need more Frank Warrens. They need to have a dude who has a favorite, and anyone else there is either food for their favorite or to keep them away from their favorite, like Joe, he does with Daniel Dubois.
I got a question. If Berlanga would have played his cards right and not fucked over Eddie, do you think Eddie would have delivered that William Skull fucking fight to get the IBF to force another Canelo fight?
Whoa! I'll be real with you. You're expecting too much of Edgar Berlanga. As bad as Skull is, you're expecting too much of Edgar Berlanga.
No. What I'm asking is, do you think Eddie would have delivered that fight to Berlanga? I'm not saying Berlanga would have won. What I'm saying is, had Edgar played his cards right, stuck with Eddie, would Eddie have delivered that Skull fight?
Sure.
Probably.
What a dumbass then.
I mean, it's idiot. Like, would that have really been a positive though? I hate to tell you this, like, there's a reason why he never got to a Skull fight or many fights. It's because he already knew that he sucked.
No.
He knew how limited he was.
I'm just asking the question because look, I don't think Canelo would have fought him again, and I think Skull. Who the fuck knows what would have happened? I don't think he would have got it, but it just goes to show you if you would have shut the fuck up and kept Eddie around, maybe you get that fight. Maybe you become a world champion at that division.
The only hope. Like I thought about Edgar, and I'm like, the only hope that Edgar has realistically in the market, the way that it is right now, because like he's just, I can't put a word on how big a clown he is, right? Like, bro, I can't put a word on it, right? But it's like the only hope he has is if Jake picks him up. That's the only hope. Because Jake fuck with the Puerto Rocks. He's based out of Puerto Rico, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I could see Jake fucking with him, but is it what they gonna spend millions of dollars to get you tune-up fights? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Hang on, who you even get for tune-up? Who you even get for a tune-up fight? This motherfucker had trouble with Steve Rolls.
Yeah,
just saying, bro. Edgar not trying to do nothing. I'm like, yo, the only way I see this working is if Jake fights you. That's the
I can see that.
That's it.
That gotta if Jake fights you, then maybe because I'm like, bro, I really like, yeah, they could pick you up just because they fuck with the Puerto Rocks, but they don't need you though, and they not just gonna be putting money in your pocket for any old bullshit fight. Like, and that's what you want though, high key. You just want somebody to throw low end 7 figures at you just for showing up. Yeah, them days is over, bro. It's a wrap for that. It's over for that.
Am I crazy for thinking Jake would outbox him?
No.
No. Yeah,
no. He outboxed Chavez, bro. Fuck is you talking about? He outboxed Chavez. If he outboxed Chavez, he can outbox Berlanga.
I'm gonna be real, bro.
Yeah,
he ain't shit.
Look, I know we're basically arguing like which shit smells worse.
Yeah,
but it's like, nah, I gotta disagree with you, bro. Like Chavez,
bro.
Chavez Jr. is just
you really underestimating how trash Edgar is, bro.
No, like, I'm not. I don't think Edgar Berlanga will lose to Mario Caceres or whoever that Mexican was that Chavez lost to.
Yo, take a show of hands right now. Gooch, who wins the fight, Edgar or Jake?
Jake.
One for Jake. Jason?
Jake.
2 for Jake. Undefeated?
Chavez. I'm on cold though.
What?
Hey, Canelo won that fight. Fuck y'all.
Yo, listen, Jake, Berlanga.
Huh?
Jake versus Berlanga. Who wins?
He's finna say Dez caught it.
Berlanga, bro. Canelo won that fight, bro.
He did beat Berlanga. So yeah, that's one for Berlanga. That's the first one. That's the first one. They beat
Fuck
Berlanga.
you.
So yeah,
Fucking
you'll say
insane
it.
troll logic.
Real talk.
No, hombre, way. I'll take Jake for
3.
Jake's more dedicated to his craft.
I think he is too. 3 for
Get
Berlanga.
the fuck,
Jay.
get the fuck out
Right?
of here.
Yo,
way.
This
Motherfucker,
motherfucker
That's
said,
3 for Jake, bro. Jay.
wait, give me one.
Yo.
Wait, hold on, Jake. Give me 1 second. Did y'all really say Jake is more dedicated to his
thank you.
craft?
Thank
Get
you.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, fool.
Like
yo,
we're
Yes, he is.
losing.
Jay, Edgar Berlanga, Jake Paul, cruiserweight. Who wins?
Draw.
Thank
Come
you.
on, country shit.
Thank you. Fuck. Who the fuck is Jake
Nah,
Paul?
I'm gonna go with Jake. I'm gonna go with Jake. So
4 for Jake.
Off
That's
of
4
what?
for Jake.
Yo, I'm perplexed.
Yo, dog, who did Edgar Berlanga beat?
Who did
Who the
Jake
fuck
beat?
did Jake
Who
Paul
did
beat?
Jake beat?
He beat
Yo,
Chavez.
hold on. Put Jake in that ring with Coceres. He gets knocked out in 4 rounds.
No. I'm gonna be honest. If Edgar fought Chavez, Edgar don't win that fight. He don't
You're
win
high,
that
bro.
fight.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are.
I'm
You are
high.
high. Yes.
Yeah, you are,
yes.
bro. You must be on headset right now.
Yes.
Yo, you
Yeah,
crazy.
you're
Jules.
high.
Yes.
You're high. Okay.
Jules, you
Okay.
asked.
You know
Jules,
what? You know what?
You know what? Wait. Hold on. You
Wait.
asked
Hold
who Edgar beat?
on. Hold on, Jules. You got Jake Paul versus Jairo Bataya. Who you got?
Who you
Exactly,
think, dog?
motherfucker.
Bro.
Exactly.
But that applies to Edgar. If it's Edgar Berlanga versus Jao Pataya, who I'ma have? Edgar, listen.
R.I.P. Edgar.
Edgar doesn't beat nobody.
Okay, who does Jake Paul beat?
Edgar Berlanga.
Hold on. Jules, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you
No,
this.
he doesn't.
Jake Paul beats the same people Jake Paul always beats. Non-fucking boxers, which is what Edgar Berlanga
Thank you.
That's Edgar Berlanga. I'm trying.
No, he's not. You're tripping.
Shout out to my
No. You're confusing him. Edgar Berlanga is not a non-boxer. He's fucking ass. There's a big difference. That's it.
Edgar Berlanga is a rapper pretending to be a boxer, bro. He's not a boxer, bro.
No, but Jules, you asked who Edgar beat. He beat Pedro McCrory. That's who he beat.
Okay.
The great page. Yeah.
Well, fuck me. I made a mistake. Apparently,
bro. Edgar Berlanga is killed straight out of Chameleon Air feature.
He beat who? Foot Fungus McCrory.
Okay, Edgar hasn't beat nobody, right? Would you feel comfortable? Okay, Jules, let me ask you this. Would you feel comfortable if Jake Paul's next fights were Desmond Nicholson, who Edgar beat, tough journeyman, Edgar beat him, Coceres, Edgar beat him, and that same dude, it was, Stung Pacheco, and would you comfortable if he beat Angulo? Yes, Edgar should have got DQ'd for that fight, but same thing.
No. We're not doing.
Does he win those fights?
We're not doing this merry-go-round bullshit. I'm telling you,
it's not a merry-go-round.
Listen, if they made the fight between Edgar and Jake, I got Jake, motherfucker. Edgar is not a boxer.
Yeah,
Edgar is not a boxer, bro. He's not a boxer.
You know Jake Paul's record against actual boxers, like not guys like Chavez, actual boxers.
Because Chavez not a world champion. He got more titles than Edgar.
Oh my God,
more fights than Edgar.
Chavez has been washed up for like I don't even know since when. I want to say since like 2019.
Edgar Berlanga is so like in his prime, man.
Edgar Berlanga
ropes and gets the bag.
He's like what, 28?
Yo, dog, this is a real question for the streets.
It's not.
Yes, it is, bro.
Motherfucker, yo, Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury. This isn't a full question.
Edgar Berlanga would lose to Tommy Fury.
Bitch.
No, he wouldn't. No,
Yes,
he
he would.
wouldn't.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would.
Edgar,
Yes,
Edgar
You lost.
Berlanga's a
You lost.
fuck.
Yo, Jake Paul already lost to a part-time Love Island character, bro. Why are we pretending like he would be beating Edgar Berlanga?
He didn't lose that fight. You watch it?
the-
You watch the fight?
No, I
He
got
didn't
a
lose
real
that
question.
fight.
I got a real question. Why the fuck are you defending Edgar Berlanga?
Yeah.
It's
That's
very
just
simple
gay.
because I think it's ridiculous. Yo, why are you on Jake Paul's dick? Like, what am I
Nobody
hearing, bro?
on
Nobody on Jake Paul dick. I'm saying Berlanga is so trash that Jake would beat him. That's what
And
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying,
why-
and I'm
yo,
saying, bro,
that's why it's
we've been
defending
down
him.
this dumbass road.
Because we're not. No, hold on. Shut
We
the
just
fuck
agreed
up.
they both suck.
We're
We
not
just
on
agreed they
Jake's
both
dick.
suck.
We're talking shit about Edgar, and you're defending him.
Yeah,
That's get out of here,
bro.
That's how I.
It's
That's
a
how
weird,
I felt. That's how I
bro.
feel.
It's a
You
weird levels
defended.
to say, yo,
I'm not
I don't
defending.
care if a dude's
I'm not.
ass. Like,
No,
yo,
no,
you're
no,
bad,
no.
but you're a boxer
Ray,
at the end of the day.
I'm not defending Jake. I'm telling you, Edgar is so trash. He would lose that fight. That's how trash he is. That dude is ass.
If you want me to say
I agree.
Edgar versus any actual real fighter, I would say, yeah, sure, he would lose. But that's not the question here.
Okay,
Bro,
but
have you
no, wait a
have you
minute.
Leo, shut up. Have you seen Jake's jab, bro?
Like, we talking about a
It's
dude that needed a
wicked.
choreographed fight with Mike Tyson, a 60-year-old Mike Tyson, to have a good
Yo,
performance.
can I tell you something? 60-year-old Mike Tyson beats Edgar
Oh
Berlanga.
my god!
Stop playing
Oh,
with me,
okay.
bro.
All right. I got to draw the line there.
Wait,
Bro.
hold
You
on,
see,
hold on.
you see, bro.
That
And now you guys know why
Now
I'm
you
acting
won.
like I'm whacking, right?
Yo,
There
you
you
know
start
what's
going.
crazy? You know what's crazy? That 60-year-old Mike Tyson couldn't beat Jake Paul. Get the fuck out of here,
Yo,
bro.
thank you.
Get the fuck out of
Am
here.
I
Bro,
tripping?
nah.
Gervonta
No.
Davis beats
Bro,
Berlanga.
Jake footwork and his angles with the jab.
Get the
Forget
fuck
it,
out of
bro.
Alright,
here.
yeah, he
Get the
trolling now. He
fuck
With the
out of
trolling.
here,
jab,
bro.
with the jab, bro. He turned it over.
You and the jab. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
With the jab. Come on, look at turn it over, bro, like that.
Y'all finna turn over and
No, but,
wake up in fucking Dominican Republic.
no, but
Listen,
okay.
man. Shut your drunk. That motherfucker drunk, bro. That motherfucker
Yeah,
drunk.
Jesse.
Yo, you know
Go
what?
sit in the
I'm with
corner.
him. Yo,
Go
we
sit in the
deporting
corner.
Jules right after that, bro.
No, but Ray, this is the thing. It's not that Berlanga doesn't beat anyone. Jake Paul doesn't beat anyone. The difference is Jake is bigger. He could make light heavyweight maybe, but he is a cruiserweight. He's used to fight those blown out weight. And Berlanga, the only guys he have really beat are blown out middleweights. Really.
Yeah. I would
That's the
take
only
Jake in
guys
that.
that-
I would take Jake in that. Look, they both trash. That's not the argument, but this is big trash versus little trash. Big trash. Shout out to Misael. Chavez Jr. didn't give a fuck and paid to lose anyway. Yeah, because Edgar wouldn't take that check, right?
If that's what you want to argue, then we're having a different conversation. I would be picking Jake. If that's the conversation.
Dog, I don't think Edgar Berlanga beats anybody that gets out of bed and brushes their teeth and wipe their ass. I don't think he beat nobody. Bro, no one, bro.
Now watch Tank
That
fucking
dude-
knock out Jake Paul.
That's not even a real fight though, high key. That's not a real
It's
fight,
not.
man.
Name
not a real
one
fight.
super middleweight in the top 10 that Berlanga beats.
I can't.
I can't
I
name one that's
literally
Name
can't.
one. Okay,
That's
hold on.
right.
I'll
Oof.
do you one better, bro. Name me one middleweight in the top 50 that Jake Paul beats.
He could beat Vincenzo Gualtieri.
I think so. He could beat that guy.
Beat that guy.
Ah,
He could beat that guy. He's an IBF champion, bro.
I don't feel comfortable about that, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I could see him
It's
just
not
getting
about
outboxed.
feelings. It's about facts. That dude had a belt. Jake could beat him.
Factually, Jake Paul is not beating a guy like that. I'm sorry. Like, what is he gonna do?
No,
Is he gonna walk him down?
No, shake and
no,
bake.
no,
Use
no.
the jab.
Bro,
Speaking
undefeated.
Jake.
You've never
Okay,
sound
Jake.
gayer in your life.
do you
Shout out to
remember what we were-
motherfucking Misael Chavez Jr. Oh wait, I read
You
that
read
one
that.
already. I read that. Go ahead.
No, but do you remember what we were saying about Fundora and even a guy that Magneto? Like, yeah, maybe you don't use your attributes really because you don't really have the X's and O's to be a outside fighter and use the jab and use the straight punches and control the distance. But even when you try a little bit to do that shit, it works because you have such a massive advantage over the other guy. Jake Paul has been doing that shit for years. Like you've been fighting smaller guys and trying to use your jab and trying to be dollar store version of Ricardo
Who the fuck
Martinez.
is moaning? Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, I heard you.
I tried to ignore it.
It was crazy. No, you want to be like an outside fighter that he fights with his hand down and use the jab and the straight and circles the ring. But even when you are so trash and doing that, the fact that you are bigger than all these other guys works.
It works. It works.
And people gonna. I don't know if it is because if a former Disney star, if an influencer, or maybe it's because it's white. I don't know why, but people like to say this face must be fixed. No, it's just how this shit works. You're using your massive advantage over these other guys. I don't think you have talent. I don't think you have timing. I don't think you have power, really. Not in the way that people say. But yeah, you have longer reach. You're taller. And you're using that.
He has enough to be. I think I'm not even playing when I say that shit. Y'all think I'm doing the Stephen A. No, I think he beats Edgar because he's that fucking bad. Edgar is ass, bro. Yo, Edgar don't beat nobody good from 154 to nowhere. That dude sucks, bro.
Did he get dropped by Lubin in sparring? He did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jake can't do that, right? Jake can't do that.
Nah.
Bro.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Edgar's
How is
trash.
this like a hard concept? Yeah, Edgar's trash, but he's a trash boxer.
It's not like I said Melakuziev. At least he has an amateur background. I'm saying Edgar literally don't beat nobody that want to fight. No one that want to fight.
What's it called? What I'm saying is like, yo, you're trash compared to every like actual boxer. You are trash.
Hey,
like you are a bum.
Can we spam L's in the chat for undefeated defending Berlanga, bro? We need L's in the chat, bro.
Yes, for undefeated defending Berlanga, absolutely.
Bro. Listen, bro. All I'm telling you is Edgar is not that far off from Jake, but bro. Jake is bigger. That's the only. Jake is bigger. He's a bigger guy. You don't win that fight.
I'm going to say a statement that will sound completely blasphemous to the ears. Edgar is closer to Canelo than Jake is closer to Edgar.
Nah, come on, dog. Like now you just being a contrarian, bro.
That's Edgar not a contrarian. That's a fact.
Yo, listen, man. Let's move off of that. So y'all wasn't here. Jason wasn't here, and Ray wasn't here for this. Hamza Shiraz, Jaime Munguia. Jason, how does that go?
I'm gonna say Shiraz knocks out Munguia.
One for Shiraz. Ray, you agree with that?
I would say Shiraz wins.
2 for Shiraz. Okay.
Is that in the works?
That's who Jaime's looking at. He's looking at either him. He's looking at either him.
Or did we not just vote on this shit like yesterday?
No, we did, but Ray and Jason wasn't here. They wasn't here for that.
I thought I was tripping.
I don't know about that.
Gooch, what do you think? You got Munguia?
I think Munguia. Look, it's recency bias. I don't think Shiraz is that great. Again, Berlanga is garbage. He did what we wanted him to do.
I'm with the liberal on this one.
I think Munguia pull it out.
Yo, listen, it's you know why it's difficult? You got knocked out by a Frenchman.
Thank you. A guy with 4 KOs. A guy with 4 knockouts.
I was going to say, like, they're both kind of the same level with me. They got power.
I mean, Canelo could knock out McGee, but this guy could.
The dude had 5 knockouts, Gooch.
Everybody has a bad night. That was his 4th fight.
Not that bad. That's what I was gonna say. Also remember,
you're not that bad,
bro. Not a lot of people doing that.
Well, I guess I'm
all right. Look at the rematch, which is an indictment unto itself. In the second fight with Bruno, you didn't do to Bruno what he did to you.
Yeah, but so now we chastising a boxer for making adjustments.
Go, because Jaime be boxing. He be
But
jabbing.
but is it a bitch? We praise Zerto for doing it at Cruiser, whore.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
No, true. Good point. Good retort.
Look.
That is true.
Look, the way he got knocked out, of course he's going to be more cautious. All right, the next guy he fights, he'll probably throw caution to the wind again. You know, it happens. I mean, shit, it fucking
No,
happens.
he's never throwing. Hang on, no. He is never throwing caution to the wind ever again. You got
That's
knocked
his
out by a
style.
dude with 5 knockouts.
Yes, he will. Yes, he
But
will.
but look, I can't.
No, you know what
look,
sells,
I can't fault the fighter for doing that. Because look, now you got so you got slept with a dude with five fights. Now you needed that to help you sharpen your craft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some
What I'm
happen.
gonna say is this. I don't know who's gonna be in Jaime's corner either. I don't really know if he's gonna stay with Eddie, because y'all remember that's who trained him for the Bruno rematch. But I'm just saying, if Eddie tries to have you, let's just say that he stays with Eddie, and it's Eddie Reynoso in the corner. Eddie's gonna have you boxing, and you're not winning a boxing match with Hamza. Like, you're not.
Nope.
You're not. Like, if think about that. That if Jaime tries to pressure him, he might get him, because that's what Carlos did. That is what Carlos did. Like, nah, he's in his face, stone combinations. But Jaime, if you go out there trying jabbing shit and boxing shit, yeah, you're not winning that one.
Then fire Eddie.
I think Jaime would be better off with like a Robert Garcia.
I think he should go to Freddie Roach. He should go to Freddie fucking Roach.
Freddie Roach.
You can go back. You can go back over there.
You want the truth, bro? I'm gonna be honest, yo. I think Jaime is just ass, bro.
Damn.
He's never been that good. That's been no secret.
No. I'm not putting up with this shit. This
not Berlanga level.
No. This motherfucker just sat here and defended Edgar Berlanga for 30 minutes. But Jaime's ass?
Hey,
nah,
bro,
what was going
it's
on?
It's a tier of ass, bro. It's a tier of ass, bro.
Where does Jaime rank in the tier of
Jaime is
ass?
higher. He's
I used to
higher.
respect you, Ray.
Is he an anus or is he like a rectum?
That's a good. Which one's worse? Probably better, I guess.
All I'm saying, I do think. Look, the reality of that fight, the way I think of it, Jaime could knock out Hamza. I don't trust Pakistani chins. I still don't. I don't.
Yep.
But if he tries to box, is the problem. He wasn't trying to knock out Bruno in that fight. And if you go out there fighting like that, where you trying to box the guy up and win on points, yeah, you don't win that one. You know.
Here's
Go ahead.
Here's my thing with that, Jules. You're right. I don't trust Pakistani chins either. But I've seen Shiraz get wobbled. I saw Munguia get knocked the fuck out by a dude who can't punch.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a deciding factor with me.
Not just that, yo. Now thinking about it, we're talking about Shiraz's chin, bro. Yo, Jaime's chin might have generally just cracked that day against Bruno Sarace. Like, that shit might be it.
You know what might have happened, low key? All jokes aside, Canelo might have took his chin.
Probably.
He got hit a lot in that fight. He didn't go out.
Hard as fuck.
Actually, I favor that theory because remember when Canelo fought John Wright, John took a lot of punishment in that fight, and then afterwards he gets stopped by Jaime.
No, I was gonna say when Canelo caught him and he was about to go, you could see it in the fight. He was about to go down. Canelo grabbed him and held him. He literally held him up.
He grabs him and spins him.
You know, Munguia needs to go with someone other than Eddie, Virgil Hunter, Reynoso. He needs to find another trainer.
because think about the optics of that way. Think about those optics. When does Canelo ever grab somebody and spin them?
Right.
It looked like Jaime when he fucking.
I ain't saying that shit to be nice. I'm saying you got hit so much in that fight. Maybe that dude ruined your chin. Maybe he did though. You know what I mean? You ain't been the same since.
What was the same though? Or you mean like just not getting knocked out or like something else?
Well, he's a durable, like, your average Jaime Munguia fight, he gets rocked, but he be okay. He get hit, but he be okay. Not this time.
Yo, who he be fighting though? Wait. Now I'm thinking about it. Who he really be fighting for? We did talk about like that.
Sergey Derevianchenko.
Cool.
Yep.
That was a good fight.
Cool.
The Eric Bazinian from Canada, he was unbeaten. Big guy.
That was actually the Canelo one, though. We're talking about before.
All right. Saddam Ali from Brooklyn. He fought Saddam Ali.
The great Saddam Ali.
He fought him. He won a WBO.
Bro, yo, come on.
Shout out to Misael Canelo tenderized Ryder Munguia and Berlanga. Fair. So who you got?
I can't say Berlanga only because Berlanga wasn't around.
Let me go to Ray. Ray, I don't think you're gonna buy this weekend's fight because I don't think a lot of people gonna buy that fight just because that's ridiculous. But who you got winning, Parker or Wardley?
Oh, I got Parker. I think Wardley. I think he's pretty much gonna get the same thing that happened in the Hooney fight, except Parker's gonna have a better chin.
Is it the same with you, Gooch?
I agree.
Same with you, Jason?
Yep, same.
There it is then. Shit, everybody got Parker. You know what happens when we all pick a guy?
He loses.
Hey, if today is the day that Parker
they lose.
You know what usually happens when we all emphatically pick a guy?
Shit that happened to AJ.
Man, I'm getting scared. It's like what if Fabio actually what if he causes the upset, man? Because he just you can't. I mean, Joseph better not. I'm saying I got Joseph winning too, but don't underestimate this dude.
Don't put no money on that. Don't put no money on that fight, Jay.
But you know
I'm not.
If that happens, Frank Warren's doing backflips because he's been wanting him to go away for a while now.
If Kiwi picks Wardley, we're good.
If what?
If Kiwi picks Wardley, we're good.
Oh, I ain't heard from Kiwi in like 10 years, bro. Where the fuck is he?
I don't know, but people, in terms of like the predictions, look, if we're all picking the same prediction, I don't really view that as a bad thing. Like, I've looked at some of the predictions that we've gotten like badly wrong, and I've looked back and I've thought about it. I was like, you know what? I still pick that shit again, bro. It would make no fucking sense to pick.
No, listen. Somebody has to be the 13th man. Country volunteers to pick Wardley. Okay, the Israel shit, the World War Z shit. Country is the 13th man. I speak for Country. I'm his guardian ad litem. He's picking Fabio.
His guardian what?
Your country is tribute.
Ad litem. Right?
Ad litem.
Country.
He's his guardian because he showed him his kitty.
Exactly. He showed me his pussy, so.
Oh, God.
So, it's a good fight, man. But damn, dog. $60, bro. Damn, the nerve of these guys, man. Nerve of them. It's you, Frank got a lot of fucking nerve, man.
Hey, what did you guys mention again?
Yeah. You picked Fabio Wardley to win.
Okay.
Picked Fabio.
Yeah, I did. I got a phone call. That's why I'm not participating very much. But yeah, I did.
No, he was playing. No, he was playing on it with his pussy. Is what it was.
Yeah, you wish in your dreams, bitch.
We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Fuck, I can't believe we had a conversation about who was better, Edgar Berlanga or Jake Paul.
I can't believe this shit dragged on so long. Jesus.
Yeah, they both suck. They both suck, man. So,
which turd smells worse?
But that's gonna be a conversation soon enough.
Probably.
Yeah, they're gonna
That
fight.
shit will be actually wild, bro.
Especially if Berlanga comes back, he looks like trash. Yeah, Jake Paul is gonna call out for that fight.
I feel like Edgar got to get really fucked up for him to get that fight, though. Like, it got to be worse than the Shiraz beating. Like way worse.
He doesn't have to be worse. He just looks has to look shot. Like if he gets wobbled after a couple of punches.
How would we tell?
Right? like motherfuckers trying to pretend that he was shot fighting Shiraz. Like, I was like, no, he is not, bro. This dude's always been this way.
No, I never seen Berlanga that hurt, like that wobbly.
It's because I saw it a bit in the Coceres fight. I can't say I never saw it, but
we've seen a little bits of it here and there. It's just that Shiraz was the first guy who had both the size and the power to just go after him when he was like that. We saw that with him with Steve Rolls, but Steve is fucking Steve Rolls. We saw that with who was the guy he fought immediately after? Thank you.
Yeah.
Like we see him look bad with these people, and they just can't take advantage of it because he always has the size advantage. With Shiraz, he didn't.
Oh, sorry, I had to go off somewhere. We were talking about Edgar being trash. Continue where we're at.
No, you're just saying that he's looked trash to a lot of people, but Shiraz was the only one big enough to make him pay for it.
I'll be honest. I thought in that fight, whoever lands first was gonna win. So I don't, like Shiraz is good, but like I think he just could have as easily been knocked out as well.
I don't know about that. I went into that fight and I think I remember I said my prediction was BDA, and I basically said I don't think there was a single thing that you can quantify in boxing that Edgar did better than Shiraz, including power and taking a punch. I think his power just looked that way because he got to fight a lot of bums earlier in his career, a lot of bums.
Exactly.
Yep. That's what convinced me. Like all those first fight knockouts, I was never convinced by that.
Does that sound familiar, right?
I agree.
Other American fighter?
Nah, not that bad. Oh, Deontay Wilder?
No, I'm talking about Jake.
Oh. Honestly.
But do you see the gimmick?
I see the gimmick, but I'm not going to lie. Jake Paul had an actual war with Tyrone Woodley. I can't even say you were knocking out the bums properly.
Yeah, but you know what? He has gotten better. Again, he's not. He'll never be world class, but he has gotten better with each fight.
He has improved. I will say that. I agree with that. He has improved.
I agree, bro. I agree. He opening the cans more easily these times, bro. He crushing them.
Yeah. What was the quote
before?
You still a shit.
Before that shit was that shit was kind of cranky. When you turn on the machine to crush the cans and stuff.
Yeah, before he
now
had
that shit running nice.
Now he's opening it with the hands, with his hands and shit.
No, what was the nigga said he's opening the cans more easier, bro. You're fucking.
Yo, he opening that shit like Popeye with the spinach, bro.
No, you still a shit sandwich. You're just not a soggy one. It's all.
You're just not a soggy one.
Okay, but who's Shiraz? Who is Shiraz beat?
His best win? It's gonna be Ammo, unfortunately. But yeah, it's probably
that's Emma Williams. Emma Williams, yeah, I agree with that.
And he lost. He lost to Adames.
And he should have got the there. Yeah, he got a gift draw in that fight. So
and that's why I thought the Shiraz Berlanga was a 50-50. Whoever lands first wins.
I
do think that's a 50-50, but it depends on who's training him. I say now, if Eddie is the trainer going into that fight, then I've got Shiraz indefinitely. If Eddie is the trainer,
we were talking about
Shiraz, the old
Berlanga Shiraz.
Okay.
The thing was that I always disagreed because everybody kept telling me, "Oh, he looked bad against Carlos Adames," and I was like, "Okay, but Edgar is nowhere near as good as Adames. Not in the same stratosphere. We are talking about two different things here. And if we're saying Canelo, Edgar only looked bad against Canelo, well, that's not true. I don't know where that narrative started, but it started for that fight for some reason.
Edgar's been looking bad for 4 years. Really,
I'm not saying you, by the way, Gooch, but that was the narrative. And I was
you
I didn't see it.
Can't say me because I picked Shiraz. Edgar's ass. Edgar don't beat nobody who can fight.
Y'all remember when he went the distance with Jason Quigley when Andre knocked him out in 2?
Yo, that shit was
exactly,
bro.
Exactly.
And the way Andre knocked him out too, that might have
stopped him. We all know Andre. We know Demetrius can't punch. Like that.
And
that Edgar is garbage truck juice, dude.
I agree. The only thing I was saying was, that the Berlanga Shiraz fight again, I thought was the 50-50. Whoever lands first wins because I thought Shiraz would win, but I thought whoever lands first would win because again Shiraz does not have that great of a fucking resume either.
No, he doesn't have that great of a resume, but he's clearly, like, at least up until that point, to me, even with the bad look with Adames, he's still a cut above Edgar. Edgar never beat anybody solid. He didn't beat anybody solid. Where at least with Shiraz, you could say that he beat Ammo. At least you could say that. I don't even know that Edgar would beat Ammo.
No, he wouldn't. But low key, like, you know what the sad thing is? Like, I usually don't like using this, but like whenever I like heard about that fight, I kind of just used the eye test, bro. I feel like that was the easiest thing to notice off the jump. Like, just watch them fight. This is the most watch the tape type of decision you could ever have.
Yeah, like, listen, motherfucker don't gotta sit there doing math problems over Edgar Berlanga fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
take a quick look. Motherfucker
don't need to be doing algebraic equations over no Edgar Berlanga.
That's why Top Rank got rid of his ass.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, but the great phase out, two great examples of the great phase out being forced by Turkey is that it was a Turkey LL Sheik show that has now put Edgar in a compromising position when you think about it. Like, yo, you got knocked the fuck out, you know? And it's only really one guy paying out big money. Well, he just used you. What the fuck you gonna do now? Andre, right? He just used you. You got knocked the fuck out. What you gonna do now?
In his hometown.
In front of all your legions of fans. And Andre...
That should be a message to all those fucking fighters.
Yeah.
All those bullshit fuckers.
Wait. Speaking of Andre, hold on. I think I might have a bone to pick you a little bit. Because I remember you were talking about Triple G a while ago. And you said if Triple G fought Andre, that would have boosted his legacy. And I'm saying, unless that's for Undisputed, no, the fuck it does not.
No. You know why I think it would have boosted his legacy in a sense? There have always been people, even if it's just a small cluster, in America, nowhere else in the world, only in America, that have tried to put Andre on a pedestal. Yep. So I just figure if in between the time, because remember, there was a year in between the fight that Golovkin had before Murata and Murata, there's a whole year in there that he didn't fight. And I'm just saying, yo, if he would have fought Andre, then Murata, right? Yeah, that would have been good for his legacy.
Okay,
if you would have
took the boogeyman at the time.
Let me counter with that. He fights Andre, he fights Murata, and what history says, and those fans that you just talked about that believed in Andre, all that happens is that Golovkin just crushed two cans.
I would look. You're talking about personal opinions. I don't disagree with you that they're two cans, but I think it reflects well on Golovkin that, look, think about it. I fought Andre. Canelo, you didn't fight him. Charlos, neither of you fought him. I fought him, I beat him. I think that would age well. I think, I think that would have been a
does it age well? He still wasn't a being champion then as well. So that would have, you know.
People would have said Golovkin ruined him. That's what would have happened.
Does anyone care that Demetrius Andre got beat by David Benavidez?
He's garbage.
No. You know. See him getting beat by Benavidez, right? The reason that people don't really care, they're giving him a pass for losing to David. They are. They're giving him a pass for that one. There wouldn't have been a pass for a Golovkin loss because they're telling you that Golovkin is a hype job. They're telling you he's a media hype job. He's the great white hope. That was the narrative with him. Well, if he beats the slick black fighter from America, it gets a little harder to say that. And remember, this is years ago. This is not now. We're talking about maybe 3-4 years ago when Andre wasn't even that old. Now he's old. Now he's
there goes a good opponent for Berlanga, man. Andre.
Man, please.
I don't think they're giving him a pass for losing.
I can't believe I wouldn't want to pick winner for that.
I think they are because
giving him a pass implies.
You know what they're giving? They're saying that he's brave for fighting him. That's what they're saying. That,
but they would say the same thing for
Golovkin. And David was a lot bigger.
I'll tell you this: they would give Andre the credit of being brave while saying that Golovkin's win doesn't mean much.
I disagree with you. I think that win would have meant more for Golovkin than it means now for Benavidez because there was an act. You're right. You are right.
And Fulton is more talented and better than Andre in every single way.
You know what? You are right because the same people that were picking Fulton are still shitting on Inoue. They still shit on him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So you're right. But I would have preferred that.
Hombre, and then you got to remember too, también, the only little bit of like notoriety or relevance that Andre's career has is that Canelo didn't fight him.
Yeah.
But
at the same time, when you look at Golovkin's resume, and I always go back to this, I'm not Dan Rafael, I'm not Michael Montero. I don't believe that he's a shoo-in. I wouldn't put him in the Hall of Fame for his resume. I would only put him there because you were in 3 pay-per-views that did 1 million buys. That's the only reason I would put you there, and that's if I put you there.
Well, yeah,
that resume, that resume is right. That resume is weak sauce, bro. You got to admit that.
No.
Resume
I'm not saying
it is. I agree with that.
I agree with that. Resume is ass, but I mean, like, not the
and that's not his fault because like a lot of people did duck him. They wouldn't fight him.
Look, a lot of wait. I'm not saying that people didn't duck him, but I am also saying that there were people that you could have fought. You could have fought Lara. You could have fought Lara. You could have fought him. You could have fought Andre. I'm not. Your resume would look a bit better if they were on there.
Andre would have ducked them.
I was calling for him to fight Lara back then because he beat Lara back then. I'd have easily picked
Lara. That's the other part of it. That's wait, Jason. That's the other part of it that's aggravating. He would have beat the fuck out of Lara. Are you nuts? He would have fucked him up. He would have fucked up Andre. So you look bad that you didn't fight them because I would have picked you to win. God, Jason.
Well, but the thing with Andrade or whatever the fuck his name is, Demetrius, it's funnier that both Golovkin and Canelo didn't fight you. I'm sorry, it just is. Like the 2 biggest middleweights at the time looked at you and said, "Who the fuck are you?"
Jason, I'm going to tell you why. Do you remember the William Skull fight?
Unfortunately,
did you saw that fight?
Sadly, yes.
You know, hey, Jason, you know what it kind of comes off like?
Wait, no, but let me finish. There were people after that fight saying that Skull won. Why? Why? Because because he stood in the ring 12 rounds with the great Canelo, and he took the jab a couple of times and landed the right hand 2 times. That's why. And when I see Demetrius Andrade, that's the kind of fighter you are. If you cannot implement your game plan, you're just gonna run. You're gonna stick your jab, and then after the 12 rounds, you're gonna stick your right hand in the air, claiming victory. And some people they're gonna ride your dick just because they hate the other mouthful.
Yeah,
but you don't win doing that shit. Not with it.
No.
So when fighters like Golovkin and Canelo will fight way different than you and have way more market value than you, see you a guy like you, you're not gonna want to fight you because they know what you want to do in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what that shit comes off as, Jason? That Canelo and Triple G were playing ball on court. Andrade pulls up and Canelo and Triple G went home.
That's how that looks. And
they said, "No, fuck you, bro. You don't get to play."
No. Let's say we know that they don't need him. We know they don't need him. We also know that Golovkin is gonna get in the hall. Like if he's not there already. Like I said, I know of at least 3 to 4 people that voted for him. So it seems like he'll get in the hall, and Canelo will absolutely get in the hall. It's not a question of them needing him. And bear in mind that Andre won't get in the hall. He's like, no, for what? Right?
Nah, he'll drive in there.
If he pay for a ticket, that's how he'll get in. Right? But if he pay for it,
that'll be for the price of admission.
Man, they probably wouldn't even sell him a ticket. Be like, oh god, you can't be here. We have standards.
Right. But it's more that Golovkin's resume, I'm sorry, but it really is thin. And I just don't like the idea of people acting like, his body of work is not actually that great. It's not. It's not.
No.
It's not.
Pause. That's a good question. Mark Jones asked, would Triple G have defeated Dimitri P. Rog? What do y'all think?
P-Rog, look, I'm gonna be real. I would go with Golovkin to win that fight. No, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I like. Come on with
P-Rog
the
P-Rog
shit. Kind of gets on my nerves.
P-Rog was good, but I think Triple G was better.
No, let's cut the bullshit. The P-Rog fight is just another Derevyanchenko fight. Do I think it would have been difficult? Yes, I think it would have been difficult. Do I think he would have struggled? Yeah, but I think he would have won. I do think he would have won. I do. You know?
Yeah.
And then P-Rog would never have been the same.
I mean, like P-Rog knocked out Danny Jacobs. Not a lot of people know that. He gave him his first loss. He slapped his ass in like 5.
A lot of people know that. Everybody knows that.
Yo, to a lot of people, that's all they know about P-Rog, bro. That's all they know.
No, but coming back to the Demetrius Andrade thing, people are really dishonest with, or either they don't know or they're just haters because there were people saying that Jermell Charlo won that fight against Canelo. That was a mass. Yeah,
I have seen some people say that.
Yeah,
I've seen people say that
because there is a difference between what Lara did. Because Lara, some people claim that Lara ran and all that shit, but Lara was actually landing a lot of punches on Canelo. Yeah. So there was an argument to say, okay, maybe you like more Canelo's body punches, those heavy punches, or Lara's 1-2. Maybe. But sometimes Dimitri and Charlo, especially Charlo wasn't doing shit. He only was sticking his hands every once in a while to stay in the fight. So, yeah, when you do that shit and you're looking for the big dogs, that shit ain't boxing.
That's not. No. Why? None people got like. I think Beats got mad at me for saying that shit. That bullshit don't work on the big stage. It never has. That bullshit don't work. The only guy I know who won doing that bullshit, and this is old school, is Frankie Randall in the Duran fight. That's the only time I seen that shit work on a big stage. But 95% of the time, that bullshit don't work. That keep away shit don't work. Wasn't it Frankie Randall
against Chavez or Duran?
Yeah, Chavez. He didn't fight Duran.
No. Who's the guy who fought Duran? He was shaking and baking Duran. He fought him
was it Kirkland Lang?
He didn't win that fight.
That's who. That's who it was. Kirkland Lang. That's who it was. Kirkland Lang. My fault. That's the only time I seen the shake and bake. That's really the only time I seen the shake and bake beat a guy doing that, because 90% of the time, on that stage, they're not going to award you for that shit. This is not freeze tag. This is like, you could win your little fights doing that bullshit, but on the big stage, this shit usually fails. So, get that shit out of boxing.
To piggyback what Leo was saying about like how he said that people were picking Jermell to win. Like, people who keep that tribalistic energy, I want them to keep that, because I had a buddy of mine. He bet me $50. He picked Jermell to win, and I started laughing. I'm like, bro, take back this bet. Wait, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. I mean, like I said, take back that bet because you're about to lose $50. So the fight happens. He loses, and I'm like, where's my 50? And he paid me, and I'm like, it's cool. I know why you picked Jermell, but that's cool. He goes, why'd I pick him? No, I know why you picked him, because he black. That's it. That's the only reason. And this is a guy who was actually defending Tank by using Rolly as an example. He fought Rolly.
Jesus Christ.
God.
Yeah, I know. So,
what me and Leo were saying was like, they're still picking these guys. These guys said Charlo won the fight. Like, they watched the 12 rounds and were like, Charlo won that shit after moonwalking.
But I'm gonna say when the argument devolves that much, or when the person is, I don't need to talk to you, dog. I can only get dumber from talking to you, dog. Like that's the only. I'm gonna lose brain cells talking to you, dog. Like, you think he was alright? He won,
people like that.
He won, bro. Yeah.
Jules, I wanted to ask you.
I didn't bother. It's like, I'm sick of these people popping up in my Twitter comments. Oh, sorry, good.
Go ahead, Jason.
I wanted to ask you a question real quick. If everything happened the same otherwise, and Triple G got the results in the cards he should have in the first Canelo fight, would that have been enough to get him in the Hall of Fame? That one win over Canelo, plus
I think so. I think so, because I think a problem that Golovkin has is, in spite of his title defenses, he doesn't really have a signature win. A win where you look at it and say, Wow. And the closest thing he has to that is Jacobs, but it's Jacobs. It's Jacobs. You know what I mean? It would look a lot better if you had that big win over a big name like Canelo. I would say that, that's enough. That's
you don't
enough.
really need a signature
Jacobs
win
was
to
more
be
of a
in the Hall
draw.
of Fame.
He should have got that. He should have got it.
So when I look at his body of work, like I don't know, like I don't know, like because on one end you know he's a good fighter, like you do know he's a good fighter. Like Golovkin is a really really good fighter. Like yeah, he's elite. I don't question that, but that is just not an elite resume, if that makes sense. Like yeah, you're a great fighter, but that's not a great resume. It's not, and it's not like you went up to super middle and started wrecking shit, which I think he could have. Like, bro, Golovkin would have. Golovkin. You don't think he would have beat Callum Smith?
He would have beat all those.
But you mean okay. If you're saying like
a
younger version
all
of
of
him,
them.
yes.
I'm saying.
I thought you were talking about the older one.
Ray, I'm saying the same super middleweights that Canelo encountered on his undisputed run, Golovkin would have beat those guys.
Yeah, he stopped all of them.
He would have beat those guys. He would have beat all those guys.
Not only
Probably
that, but the guys that David ducked, Groves, fucking against Smith and all those other guys.
No, those whole 2 cycles, Gooch. He would have fucking he would have beat Groves. What the fuck?
But why the fuck didn't he?
And that is why he aggravates me to like, yo, your resume is a lot thinner than it should be.
Because look at what Canelo did, right? Okay, so he got fucked over by the IBF. So he said, "Fuck this shit," because he wanted to go undisputed at 160. So he said, "Fuck this shit. I'm going up to light heavyweight, and then I'm gonna take over super middleweight." Why didn't he fucking do that? And I agree with you. That was bullshit.
If you
I think part of
this
the
is
reason
wait. This is a guy who's in the Hall of Fame, and this is real. This is not opinion. This is 100% real. He's going to the Hall of Fame having beaten 2 champions, a grand total of 2 that had belts when he fought them.
Wow.
David Lemieux and Ryota Murata. That's it. That's it.
That's not
and
crazy,
then people, no, how is that not
crazy.
crazy? No.
Crazy.
When I said, yo, I think Mikey Garcia has a Hall of Fame resume, people looked at me like I was speaking fucking Chinese. Mikey's resume is better than Golovkin's.
Wow,
I agree with that. I think so. I agree with that.
That might actually be the reason why I said otherwise.
Was David Lemieux IBF champion when Golovkin fought him? He was, right?
No, yeah, he was, but it's fucking David Lemieux.
No, I know. I was just making sure he was a champion. I remember. I recall.
It's just the temperament and the attitudes towards Golovkin. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here. You didn't break no middleweight record for title defenses. How do y'all get mad? And it's the people that are doing it. I got respect for Dougie and Michael and all of them. I do respect them. But there's a double standard there. You guys agree with me when I say Gervonta doesn't have a real belt? He did not have a real belt. You had a Reggie. No. Okay?
Yeah.
So how do you then turn around and count Golovkin's title defenses of what? Of a Reggie. It's like 5 of them shits. You didn't break Hopkins' record for title defenses. Hopkins had a real title. You had a Reggie. 5 of them shits they talking about. 5 of the 21. Those are Reggie defenses, bro. That shit don't count. Oh, is Pulev a world champion? Does anybody think Pulev is a world champion?
No.
So how could Golovkin be a world champion? So how could Golovkin be counted, and how could those count as defenses of a world title? Bro, you had the same belt Pulev got.
You're 100% right.
And you know what it was, Jules? You were talking about how he didn't take risks, didn't do this and that. It was the HBO early version of what the problem was now, exclusivity deals. Yes. He was the HBO main event pay-per-view fighter. And he made credit to them, I guess. They made money together, but that's what it was.
Yeah.
He was
shout out to Deed. Inoue versus Nassim. I got Inoue.
Inoue.
Yeah. That's not hard. I like Nassim Ahmed, and he was strong though. So he's in that fight. Like he did hit fucking hard. He was fast. But I think that your flying flashy shit, see, you're a physical specimen, Nassim Ahmed. That was what you had. You were a great physical specimen. so is he. But I like his X's and O's more than yours. Yeah, I like his. When he don't want you to hit him,
the MJ fight.
when he don't want you to hit him, you not gonna hit him. When he
this was funny. It's like, bro, like that's how Burr just stuck to the basics. Literally,
yeah,
and just pretty much outboxed him.
Burr didn't do no flying flashy shit. It was just yeah. So yeah, I got Ino in that fight. But yeah, man, the Golovkin shit is always gonna be a point of contention for me, and the Loma shit. It is like those. I don't see Hall of Fame on that resume. The Hall of Fame claim that Loma has was you were the quickest to win a world title in the pros. That's what you got. That I look at it like, yeah, that's kind of good. You did that, but it was a vacant title, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a vacant title. It wasn't a title that somebody was holding. It wasn't from a long-standing champion. It was a vacant WBC title. You know,
but it was against a really good fight.
What did he become? A 3-division champion in his 12th fight?
Yeah, if you think Gary was really good
at the time, people did.
Gary, I don't, you know, like I get it that Loma. It's like it's weird with those two because you know that they are great fighters, but I can't say I think Loma and him got a great resume. I don't really feel that way. Like.
I feel you because those two feel like they should be like, oh no, yeah, they're your lock-on Hall of Fame, and you look at their resume, and you're like, eh.
Yeah, you could look at Loma's resume, and I would say that the peak of his popularity, right, when he's really buzzing and he's everywhere, and you know, people are going crazy. It was literally the Mariaga fight.
Yeah,
because he was showboating and shit. He did the bull. It was that's when he's at the peak of his popularity. It's like
then like the Jason Sosa. Remember in that fight as well.
Yeah, the Puerto Rican fight, exactly. The Puerto Rican. It's like he beating the fuck out of guys that got the fuck beat out of them already. What the fuck we doing? Fuck we doing?
Then we get to the same thing with Triple G, where the fight that should have made this a no-brainer, the Devin Haney undisputed fight, he won that, got fucked over. So I guess that's the thing with voters is like, okay, we know you really won the Devin Haney fight. In Triple G, we know you really won that first.
Won the first Canelo fight.
Do you know what? Do you know why I get mad, Lone? Do you know why I get mad, Jason? I know it's not right, but I'm like, man, I wish you didn't knock out Devin, bro. You didn't knock him out. When I picked Golovkin to beat Canelo, you know why I picked him? Because I thought he would stop him. That this is your out. You can't win a decision against this guy.
But did you also think Haney was going to be 165 pounds on the night?
You're right. You're right, real talk.
Oh,
but I'm just saying.
Weight. Come on, Wade.
But wouldn't you say, real talk, that look, had he stopped Haney that night, nobody could say nothing. Yeah,
but bro. I mean, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle, Wade.
Yeah. And
I mean,
with the Golovkin thing.
I get into this argument all the time with these Haney fans, and I tell them all the time, I was like, look, the same way that we know Triple G beat Canelo, we all know Loma beat Haney. It's just that's just how we're gonna have to look at it, Way. Like, we're gonna have to take the real boxing history with us.
I'll just say that maybe that's what separates the really, really great guys. That, they'll do it. They'll get it done. Look, Crawford got it done. Usyk got it done. You know what the fuck else do you want from the guy, right? You wanted him to fight. What the fuck, right?
I mean, that's what separates a good fighter from a great fighter.
That's what I'm saying, that like the great guys get it done, man. And I'm like, I like Loma. I think you won. But man, bro, if you would have knocked him out, we wouldn't have to argue about this shit.
Yeah, that's what I noticed about, like, in a way, like Crawford and Usyk. If they can't close the show, they'll make it so decisive and dominant. You won't rob them, literally.
Yeah.
No, but coming back to the Mikey Garcia argument, I understand the claim of maybe David Lemieux and fucking Ryota Murata weren't that good because. Especially Ryota Murata. That guy was like a champion, like just in
you leave my boy Ryota alone.
But
did he fight? He didn't fight for like 2 years before that fight, right?
Those were two guys. Mikey Garcia, how many beat?
He beat about 4 or 5 champions, man.
Okay, 4 or 5 champions.
Like
Two or three more. But what are those champions? Rocky Martinez,
Dejan's Latijanine, unbeaten. Robert Easter, unbeaten. Sergey Lipinets, unbeaten. And who's the other one? I'm missing one.
Yeah, Adrian
Willis
Broner.
Alito?
Adrian Broner.
Broner didn't have a belt when they fought.
It was,
Broner
it
didn't
was,
have a belt when they
it was
fought.
Toledo.
Yeah.
It was Salito.
So
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
say
yeah.
out of those, Salito's a really good win.
Lipinets, I guess.
I don't.
No, but you can't. Do you know
Who?
why you can't? No, Ray. Don't fucking condescend. You can't fucking condescend when
I'll say
Golovkin.
Rocky.
Well, because David Lemieux.
I didn't say his resume was great. I said what would get him in would be the title defenses. I don't think it's what's it called? It's not 21 like they said, but it's 16 still. Like, that's a lot of title defenses for middleweight.
Oh my God, he beat Curtis Stevens. Oh my God.
No way. You got to think of it in terms of popularity, bro, because it's the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Like Triple
Bro,
G.
he beat Willie Monroe. I can't.
I
can't right now because he beat Willie Monroe.
He beat Marco
What are you
Rubio.
doing? You calling your mother?
Marco Antonio Rubio, bro, with his vitiligo. He beat him.
Yeah,
with his psoriasis. With his psoriasis.
Like honestly.
No, but I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, Julius, but you're not gonna tell me that there is a fucking big difference between David Lemieux and Rocky Martinez, and there is a fucking really big difference between besides the fact that we're unbeaten. Because I understand that David Lemieux wasn't unbeaten and the Rio Tomato he wasn't. Yeah, he lost one time, but there wasn't night and day. There wasn't this prestige champions that he beat. No, nobody wasn't doing that shit. No, none of those guys.
You can't tell me. You can't tell me. And I'm not. No, don't fucking play with me. Robert Easter is a no. Robert Easter is a better win. Robert Easter is a better win than fucking Ryota Murata. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I forgot Easter existed, bro.
What did Robert Easter do after he lost?
Okay, hold on. Let me help you with Robert Easter, right?
What got to do after he lost?
Let me help you. Robert Easter, like low key, Robert Easter was only like undefeated when he went up to Mikey because he got up with 2 robberies. Straight up.
No,
the best guys he fought should have lost to.
You know what? That's so much worse than getting knocked out by Marco Antonio Rubio and Joaquin Halcine. That's horrible, bro. Fucking David Lemieux. Round of applause.
You know what? You're right. Yep. Because Robert Easter did beat Rancis Bartholomew. Let's give him a fucking belt, bro.
I mean, that's actually a better win than anybody. No, hold on.
Rancis Bartholomew and shit.
Listen, bro. I'm just saying that off the head count. Listen to no. Golovkin is getting once again. I believe, and this is why it bothers me though. Golovkin is getting a violin played for him by sentimental Americans. That's what it is. That's all it is. Honestly, that's all it is. That's not a Hall of Fame resume. No, it's not.
No,
it's not. It's not, bro. You bugging. Like, what is on there? What do you see on there that you like? Oh my! I can't believe he did that.
Let's do the matter. We're gonna do this. Okay. Golovkin beat 2 bombs. Okay, Mikey beat 5. So the difference between Hall of Famer and not is 2 bombs.
No.
Yeah,
I won't call Salito a bum. I'm gonna stand on that. I won't call Salito a bum.
I won't call Salito a bum. I don't call Loma couldn't make it past that bum, but you know they're gonna vote for his ass. No, it's bullshit. It's. I feel bad for him.
Undefeated Steve Rolls. So you shut your mouth.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. I don't see a Hall of Fame resume, and I stand on that. I would only vote Golovkin in on the premise of his marquee value. That would be the only reason I vote him in, because it's not his resume. It's not. That's not a Hall of Fame resume.
Is the marquee value a requisite to get in?
Yeah, because of the popularity it is.
Okay.
Sort of if you're a guy and you were on pay-per-view 5 times and you did $1 million 5 times, it would be hard to keep you out. It would be hard.
That's
like,
true.
yeah, this guy's
That's true.
popular. This guy's
No,
popular.
you're right, because that's the only reason why pretty much like Arturo Gotti got in, more or less, and Mickey Ward. But that trilogy they had,
exactly,
you know, really, like, yeah.
I feel like I've watched worse
Right,
guys
no
get
question.
into the Hall of Fame than Golovkin. Like, look, all respect to him, right?
I already know what you about to say. I know who you.
What?
The Tasmanian Devil. The Tasmanian Devil.
I wasn't even gonna go there. I was gonna go to Michael Nunn, low key.
Oh, it's not a bad shout.
It's like, no offense to Michael Nunn, but it's like I kind of looked through it, and the best win I could see, like straight up, is either Calambe or a very washed up Iran Barkley.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
And by the way, that fight was low-key a robbery too.
Say
it again, Jason.
I was just gonna say he had the greatest nickname of all time, though. Michael second to none. That's Hall of Fame worthy by itself.
Yeah, come on, Ray. You got it. Come on.
Actually, the Colin Bay was actually a really good win because he was like the only person to ever knock him out.
All right, Don.
Yeah.
Don, make the case for Golovkin to get in the Hall of Fame in a Donald Trump voice. Go.
God damn it.
Crickets.
Oh boy.
Oh, shit, he fell asleep.
Crap.
Earth to Dawn.
Earth to Dawn.
What a guy. This guy.
Mighty Golovkin.
This guy, Triple G. Everybody knows him.
Oh shit, that was clutch.
You know, I said I love Triple G.
That was fucking clutch, bro. All right, I'll be back after these commercial messages. Fucking, where the fuck?
No, but I didn't know that beating Robert Easter Jr. put you in the Hall of Fame. God damn.
All right, yo, you still on the Robert Easter shit is insane.
Yo, what happened to that dude after he got shot? Like nothing happened to him, right?
Oh,
Robert Easter.
Robert Easter didn't get shot. He was went to jail.
He got shot, bro. He got shot up, and then nothing happened to his career.
Did he
Are
get
you
shot
sure
for-
he didn't just?
No, wait. Did he get shot for someone that you know personally?
I don't know him personally, but he got shot up, bro, in a burglary. They tried to steal his chain, from what I remember.
Did you see that? Because you're talking to us like you saw that.
You know what, Leo? I was there, bro. He got shot up. It was a drive by, and they shot his ass, bro.
But you didn't do it.
No, he's right. Hang on. Easter was shot in a robbery leaving a casino in Cincinnati, Ohio. The shooting occurred in the early morning. Blah blah blah. Easter has not fought since.
That's recent.
Yeah. Fuck you, Leo. Fuck.
I mean, in 2021, so fairly recent.
It wasn't recent, but it happened like about 4 years ago. He got shot up, and after that, he didn't do shit with his career. Like he didn't.
Oh yeah, nah. Yeah, and this is where I come in. Yeah, he went to jail after that. There we go.
Wait, what the fuck? What did he go to jail for?
Punching a woman in the strip club.
Oh shit!
Failure to comply after being in a passenger car that was stopped for traffic violations. That's not too bad. But yeah, I do remember him going to jail.
Yeah, damn. Shit. I honestly, last thing I heard was that he got shot up and he was in the hospital. That's all I remember. That's it. Fake news. Fake news.
Oh shit! Robert Easter. Well, did he beat Richard Comey, or did he quote unquote beat Richard? Comey?
He quote unquote beat Richard Comey, and he quote unquote beat Javier Fortuna as well.
When was this?
Long ass time ago. Those are like his only two notable wins. But I remember somebody was like, "Bro, your only two notable wins are two robberies." I remember that Javier Fortuna fight too. Javier Fortuna beat the shit out of him, had his face looking crazy, and then Robert Easter had the balls, the nerve to get up there in that post-fight interview and say Javier Fortuna was running from him.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Like if you looked at his face, it looked like he got hit by like a fucking beehive or something.
I do remember Robert Easter having a ton of split decisions, but
yeah. I remember he's like, "Nah, bro, the reason why they booing, it's not
they booing because you fucking lost the fight."
You know what I'm saying?
But that's annoying though. It gets irritating when the fighters know what's up, but they act like they don't know.
Haney.
Thanks.
Yes.
Fucking Bill wondering why he's getting hit with the fucking Bud Light can.
Have some fucking class. Do what Joe Louis did in the first when he who was it he fought that everyone knew he lost to, and he was like, I'm sorry they're doing this to you. I'm talking about Joe Louis fight. Jesus Christ.
Right.
Oh, you talking about Roy Jones? Were you talking about Roy Jones? Or in the Olympics? Or
no. It was Jersey Joe.
He was talking about Roy Jones.
Roy Jones,
this guy.
He's a great guy. You know what I gotta tell you?
That Korean guy. That Korean is an honest Korean.
He beat the Korean guy. But the Korean guy, you know what? He did the right thing.
There were good guys on both sides.
There was good
Yeah,
guys.
good.
Wait. But you know what he really did? He was afraid of ice, so he gave him the medal back.
Normally you can't trust those Koreans, those slanty eyes. But he told the truth that one time.
What fight are you talking about?
No, we were talking about the Roy Jones Jr. Amateur fight with the Korean dude.
Oh, shit. You know, them Chinese, the Chinese. Fuck.
You got to do it like Christopher Walken. You know, your dad. He be damned if it.
God, that'd be the ultimate.
Place he knew he could his ass.
A fucking sitcom with Donald Trump and Christopher Walken. I would pay.
Oh man, that's comedy. It's comedy gold.
You gotta hide it up your ass.
Now, when you say hide it up the ass, do you mean up the rectum or the sphincter?
You know, the way you're talking to me, you know, the tone you're doing, it's all wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have like what's it called, brought it up before, but besides like the obvious, who did you guys have going into the Hall of Fame?
I had Nigel.
No, not old. I mean like from this like generation.
Oh, you mean like right now, like active boxers, or just like
yeah, active.
Well, the top three, obviously, you know.
That's why I said besides the obvious.
Well, it would be two more then, right?
Yeah, right. I don't remember how many people got inducted.
I think it's five. It's five names per. But I would still have Canelo going in, and then
that's the thing.
Maybe
Beeville and Better Beeve.
I was gonna say Artur, because I know he'll be retiring soon.
Honestly, I think it's a good chance he might get the Mikoszewski treatment. To be frank,
maybe. But I mean, that's kind of the thing, though. It's like beyond the obvious four. Who, present day, should be in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, Joshua.
No, but
fuck you.
I'm gonna say
I'm with you. Nah.
Yeah, fuck y'all, bro. Joshua is a Hall of Fame.
Like not immediately.
I think Deontay Wilder has a credible case.
You suck a dick.
What?
Don't even try.
Oh damn, that hurt even more.
Okay, I want to put this. I want this. No. I'm putting this in perspective. Everyone knows.
I knew that would get y'all. I knew that would get y'all riled up. Oh, that's some shit.
Shut up!
Oh,
shut your mouth. Everyone knows
fucking
Fury
bait.
whore
10 out of
on
10
this panel.
bait, bro.
Everyone knows that. I would not put Tyson Fury first ballot Hall of Famer. Get the fuck out
Oh
of here.
fuck no, hell no.
No,
fuck both of them. Seriously.
No, you know what? Okay, look, their fights might have an argument to get into the Hall of Fame. Because fights do get into the Hall, right?
Sort of,
But-
yeah. I mean, Gaddy and Ward,
them
Gaddy and
themselves
Ward wouldn't have
vote
got there without each other. Gaddy and Ward wouldn't have gotten in there without each
Yeah, I
other.
was gonna
I mean,
say,
Ward's not
so-
in the Hall of Fame, but okay.
No, but the fight
Joshua
is,
for
isn't
sure.
it? Isn't
Oh,
the
it is.
fight?
I don't know.
I mean, why is Arturo in there?
Vibes.
The War Trilogy.
This motherfucker said vibes.
What? What'd he say?
He said vibes. He said the vibes. You know the vibes.
You stupid, bro.
Vibes. What'd he say?
Put the nigga in there for the vibes, bro.
Kind of.
Stupid
Oh, Lord.
bitch, bro.
Sorry, but just his. I don't know about y'all, but his fight with Floyd is so painful to watch. Floyd beat the brakes off his ass. Jesus Christ!
Fuck out of him, bro.
Jesus.
I mean, see, that's like our modern Crawford and Spence.
Certain guys, they're gonna get in. Fury's gonna get in, bro. AJ's gonna get in. Fury's gonna get in. AJ's gonna get in. They're gonna get in. They're shoo-ins to get in.
What about Wilder?
With them?
It honestly, look, you know what I think, Jay. I don't think he should get in. But
I know.
He might.
Yeah, based on his defenses or whatever else.
You know what the thing is? So. If he's on the same ballot, because we don't know what names are going to come up in a cluster with each other. If he's on the same ballot as AJ and Fury, I would say no. He doesn't get in on the first ballot. I don't think he get not if he's coming up with either AJ and Fury or Usyk and Fury. Then no, you're not getting in on the first ballot. Maybe on the one after that.
Are you talking about Wilder?
Yeah, they'll vote him.
Why? Why?
They would listen.
Bro,
it's not that I think it's.
There?
Bro, it's not that I think. It's that people are sentimental morons. They would say he deserves to get in because of the trilogy with Fury where he didn't win a single fucking fight.
Or the 10 title defenses he had with that bullshit.
I don't think there's nothing Hall of Fame about Wilder. There's nothing on there for you to get in no Hall of Fame. There isn't. You got a Hall of Fame ass whooping. Is that why you getting in? Because you got the fuck beaten out of you?
Right?
No, he's getting in because the Chinaman spun him like a fucking top.
Bro, he hit that motherfucker like a car. That shit looked like a car accident, bro. That's how hard he hit that.
It looked like a cartoon. Look at the fucking Tasmanian devil just go.
The fucking Zane, man.
The more contentious guys are the guys like Kovalev, the guys like Better Beef, the guys like Bivol. Does Bivol get into the Hall of Fame? Does Better Beef get into the Hall of Fame? Because you know that they're not darlings among the casuals. And let's be honest, that's how they pick this shit.
That's what the Hall of Fame has become, just a popularity contest.
Absolutely.
And not even really popularity with the writers.
The most popular guys at one point and say, hey, everybody knows my name, even though I sucked ass.
I'm saying that's what it really is. It's not the Hall of Accolades. Like sometimes we have to remind ourselves that there are accomplished guys that don't necessarily get in. They're accomplished guys that but they don't get in.
Yeah, look at Mikey Garcia.
Consider that Vinny Pazienza is in there right now. But if I said Mikey Garcia, I think is a Hall of Famer, people would react adversely to that. They would. But Vinny Paz is in there. Why? Is it because he was so accomplished? No, it's because there's a movie. There was a movie about him. He wasn't in there before the movie. After the movie comes out, he gets in.
It's a cool story. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think it's a bad story, but that's just saying that the Hall of Fame is not necessarily centered around accolades. For some guys, it's accolades. For some guys, it's popularity. For a guy like Andre Ward, it's accolades. But for a guy like Vinny Paz, it's popularity. So on that predication, Wilder might get in. Maybe not on the first ballot, but he might get in. Yeah. And there
remember his fight with Roy?
A better example of what I mean is Mayris Briedis. To me, Mayris Briedis deserves to get in more than Wilder. To me.
To me, 100%.
Mayris, you could literally rank Mayris Briedis in the top 10 cruiserweights of all time because the cruiserweight division is not really that old anyway. But among the top 10, he's got to be in there somewhere. Mayris Briedis. Yeah, he's got to be in there somewhere.
8-7 type shit.
Yeah. But if I said that Mayris Briedis is a Hall of Famer, I bet watch the wave of boos and no's. Like, no, man, who the fuck is that? Right? That's how they do it.
People don't know shit. He's on the same level as Andre Ward, honestly.
Yeah, I would. And if I said, is Andre Ward a Hall of Famer? Yeah, you're gonna see a bunch of people qualify that shit, even though he's not fucking popular. Well, Mayris Briedis isn't popular. He's not that popular.
Maybe he was popular, and maybe
not that popular and not American, Jules.
Look, maybe the other way to see it is, for example, Mayris Briedis, even if it's not that popular, he has some memorable moments in the ring. Now we're talking about Usyk, we're talking about his 2 fights against Sopetai. Those were like really, really good fights with really action-packed and memorable moments. for me is a good argument to be considered in the Hall of Fame. Besides the accolades, besides the other shit, like you put your stamp in boxing, in the history of boxing. Besides holding a title, because there have been a bunch of guys holding titles.
Held the title, yeah. Is Adonis Stevenson in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think so.
No.
Nah, right?
No,
Nah.
I don't think he is.
Low-key very Wilder-esque.
Ever since he won that WBC belt, he went on a Wilder-esque type run. He was just fighting absolute nobodies, man.
Yeah,
like
honestly, if he's in the
on
Hall of
the
Fame,
belt hostage, all that. Yeah,
it's for how many defensive passes he gave, bro.
Yeah.
Who was the Dominican? I think he was Dominican. That
Elider Alvarez.
Elider Alvarez. There you go.
Oh,
he
yeah.
wasn't Dominican. He was
Cuban.
He was No, he's not Dominican. He's Colombian, I think.
Colombian. Okay, like that
He's
dude got like
Ever
got
since he got
like
knocked out
three.
by Joe Smith Jr., he just went missing.
Yeah, he literally he got like 3 paydays off of that shit.
Bro, that dude looked like the Predator. He don't look like the Predator? He looked like the Predator. With the mask on, like he looked like the Predator, but with the like his face hard as shit.
Yeah, Elider Alvarez got knocked down by a 1-2 from Joe Smith Jr. I don't think Joe Smith Jr. has ever thrown at 1-2 in his life. I think that was his first time. I will not come back to boxing after that.
No, listen, you bullshitting. See, you don't watch boxing. That's all Joe got is a 1-2. He don't got nothing. He don't got a left hook. He don't got an uppercut. He don't got a body. That's all he got. Is
He
a
got
1
the fuck
and
out
a
of that
2.
1-2 though.
Yeah, that's all he needed for
He
later.
got the fuck out of that 1-2.
God, Adonis Stevenson. Fosdick knocked the fuck out of him, bro.
And for the people that actually vote on that shit, I think it's gonna be a lot about how those people remember those fighters. Because in the case of Adonis Stevenson, I don't know if they have a good impression of Adonis Stevenson because it was well known that that guy was
he a criminal?
Yeah, he was. He was a pimp. He used to pimp young girls out.
Yeah, I'm motherfucking not making it, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, bro.
No, he's not getting in. No, I could tell you right now, he's not getting in. He's not getting in. His only shot to get in would have been if he would have had the fight with Kova. But you weren't unified. You weren't unified. You never had a big box office fight. You never had one big box office fight. He's not getting in. He's not getting in.
So does Chocolatito and Soar and all those guys make it in, or is it just Chocolatito and Estrada?
I would say that Choco and Gallo get in. Soar, no. Quadras, no.
Nah.
Does Kazuto deserve it? Yes. Is he going to get it?
Yeah.
No, he's not going to get it. He's not going to get it.
Kind of crazy.
That's how it works. You got Quadras wasn't nothing but a goddamn gatekeeper. Let's just be real. Quadras was a gatekeeper. He wasn't fantastic. He's a gatekeeper.
His best win was still Rungvisai before Rungvisai was Rungvisai.
Yeah, no, but isn't that all? That's it. You beat Rungvisai. You didn't beat Choco. You didn't beat Gallo.
So Rungvisai.
That's it.
Yeah, but so Rungvisai beat Choco. Do you realize that?
Yeah,
but do you realize that when we are talking about those memorable rivalries in boxing, a lot of times it's just a big circuitry.
No, see, I would say that because Choco beat Quadras, that kind of negates the shit. See, let's say Choco and Quadras never fought. Quadras beats Soar, and Soar knocks out Choco. Then we got room for imagination, gay shit, goonin shit, right? But no, we saw Choco and Quadras. Choco beat you. You don't get in the hall. You beat Soar.
And Soar beat Choco.
And Choco beat Quadras.
Wait. Why isn't Soar getting in now that I think about it? Why would he not get in?
What's Soar's resume? How many? What's he, a 2-weight world champion? 2-weight?
I think so.
That or more.
I mean, he did beat Choco. He did beat Estrada.
There was one? Yeah, that's what I mean. You beat both of those guys.
Bro, Soar's not getting in. He eats rats.
That does not get.
What are you talking about, bro? fuck are you
Come on
talking
now,
about,
man.
dog?
No,
Don't be hating on them poor dudes 'cause they
Yo,
get
that
what they
motherfucker.
got.
Yo, listen, that motherfucker's like animal control. If you call animal control, they bring you
Yo,
Southern
whoa,
B-side.
Yo, hold on, pause.
Ooh.
The fact that he's
Ooh.
Asian and you say he eats rats, that's fucked
Well,
up.
look, bro.
Hey,
Growing
no,
up,
that's
hold
racist,
I'm
on.
not making
That's
my dude.
oh,
I'm not
dude, come
making
on.
it up. There's
No, that's
he literally
racist,
eats.
bro.
Dude, he eats
You're so
rat. Like there's a
racist.
No,
picture.
bro.
You're being
Dude, listen.
racist.
I gotta admit though,
You're just
look.
not well.
You saying dude be making? You saying he be
I think
making
you're
rat
racist.
burgers and shit?
No, look. I gotta admit.
You guys didn't see the video of him eating a fucking rat? You didn't
No.
see
No.
that?
And
Why
I
would I
don't
see
want
something?
to.
Bro, I gotta
Why do you think they
admit,
call him the
bro.
Rat King?
Bro, I gotta admit,
Get the
on
fuck out
Because
of
he
here.
looks like
on
one.
Shrek, they make rats
He
look good
looks
as
like
fuck,
one.
bro.
Yo, they
Oh, you say he looks like one. Wow.
they call real talk the ass
Hey,
king,
yo.
bro.
You hear me? Ass king.
So hang on. So you're saying that
I
so
like
when he
booty.
goes to his pest control job, he brings a lunch pail to work instead of poison?
Telling you, if I call 411 right now and I say, yo, I need animal control, they gonna bring Sorum V-side in a box. And he gonna jump out that shit and run around the apartment.
I had a fucking light problem. They fucking sent me Josh Padley, bro. That's how the fuck.
Josh Padley.
That's funny than a hoe.
Motherfucker was he's shadow boxing outside undefeated shit.
I need a minute. I had a
I
built-in
told him
addition to
I
my
got a
house.
life problem. No motherfucking
I had
shadow
a built-in
boxing till this
addition to my
day.
house, and I needed a new electrical box.
Wait,
and they
hold
called
on.
Josh Padley.
Nassim Hamed's in the Hall of Fame?
I could see that though, bro. Like you had to be there. He was popular, man. He really was. Like
Prince Nassim,
I don't know if you
Prince
could talk
Nassim
about
was-
achievements in Nassim Hamed's in that.
Prince Nassim
No,
was
but
everywhere.
no, but with Nassim Ahmed, like it's very obvious. Like if you were there, if you were raised around that time, you know, if you were old
Yeah,
enough to
dude.
have been
That
around in his
dude's in on
prime,
popularity.
Yes.
he was very, very popular, bro. So
Well,
off of that,
he was very flamboyant with his ring entrances too. He'd do
yeah,
backflips
like
and all that shit.
You have to think. You have to
with
think.
him, I understand. And the other thing is, remember this, Ray. That was at a time where most Americans, they really didn't watch the lower weights, but they did watch Nassim Ahmed. Oh yeah, transatlantic. He was big in the UK. He was big in America, and Americans don't traditionally watch the little guys, but they watched him. Yeah.
And you have to think that, like,
Hamed was unique, bro.
You have to think that the Boxing Hall of Fame isn't just about accolades and what you accomplished. It's about your influence on boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Cultural
Like,
influence.
Exactly, your cultural influence and how you were able to bring eyes to the sport.
Yeah. Like Ahmed, he deserves to be. I would say yes. Before Inoue, right? Before Inoue, there was not really a guy that made Americans watch those lower weights more than Nassim Ahmed. He made Americans watch the little guys. You know, he really helped with that. So yeah, he deserves to be there.
Nassim Hamed is an elite class of guys that I'm not talking about the higher levels of the sport. It's about the spectacle, the showmanship. That you're gonna watch a Nassim Hamed fight and you're gonna be entertained because there's a show in itself to watch a fight of that guy.
Okay, so what is the qualifications of getting into the hall? Is it like literally the Hall of Fame or the Hall of Achievement?
I would put it as this.
I know what you mean, and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Ray is too big a pussy to say it. So is Country, and so is Real Talk. Andre Ward should not be there.
I agree.
No. You're not fame.
For what?
Yeah.
Fame.
He hasn't even fought anybody.
Because the problem is when you think of the Hall of Fame, more or less there is a consistency, but you hit a speed bump when you run into certain guys. I would say, yeah, Andre Ward is a speed bump because he was never popular. He wasn't popular at 168. He wasn't popular at 175. So why is he there?
Because yeah, but you're forgetting one fundamental thing here. One flaw in your argument. It's not what's on you; it's what's in you.
Oh my god.
That's true. That's true.
Ew.
Oh my god.
That's true. That's true.
I do not.
Did you really have to go there?
They had t-shirts. They had t-shirts that said that shit. They had t-shirts.
Yo, if Andre Ward was from Sacramento, nobody would give a fuck, bro. Like,
Honest to God, that there's a lot of names that come up, and you say, of course, you know, Durant, of course, Leonard, of course, Hearns, of course, Hagler, of course. There's a lot of names you go through and you understand it immediately, but the ones that leave you scratching your head with inconsistencies, I would say Golovkin deserves to be there more than Ward. Why? If we're sticking to the criterion that they often use, popularity. That's what y'all use. That is what they that's what they usually go off of, is the popularity of the fighter in tandem with the accolades. But really, why are we having this conversation about Golovkin? Why are they voting him in? Well, he was popular. He was popular more than Ward. That's why he's there. But with Ward, yeah, you were accomplished. You were a unified Ring Magazine 2-weight world champion, 2-time lineal, 2-time Ring Magazine, 2-time unified. But he was miles away from popular, bro. He was never popular. All right, your biggest fight was a categorical flop. Both the Kovalev fights. Those are the biggest fights of his career. Both categorical flops.
No, did HBO Boxing go out of business after that?
It is something like that. There are fights. There are Golovkin fights that you can go and rewatch because Golovkin made it interesting. If you choose by your own volition to rewatch an Andre Ward fight, I suggest you to do something more entertainment, like a format your hard drive or something like that.
I'm gonna assume you're depressed and you're going through something if you're watching Andre Ward fights. Like, I'm just gonna assume that you just break up with somebody.
You're on the brink.
You know what? I mean, Jules, you said the magic words. Honestly, I tried. It's like I don't really see what it is about this guy that wows people so much.
I've always said that was the post Floyd thing where they're looking for the next defensive specialist. That's what that was. They look at Ward and they see that he's a defense guy, so they figure, oh well, he's like a bigger Floyd, so let's try to do that with this guy. That's what it was.
I beat Carl Froch. That was a good performance. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen. I'll say, was he a good fighter or was he a great fighter? Yes, I'll give him that. He was a great fighter of his era, right? That doesn't mean he entertained me. That doesn't mean I liked his style, right? That doesn't mean any of that. But was he good at what he did? Yeah, he was good at what he did. He was good at what he did. But Hall of Fame, it chaps my ass that I say Andre Ward and people act like he's a shoo-in. Like, how the fuck is he a shoo-in? He wasn't even popular. He wasn't popular.
I will always give him credit for that Carl Froch win, because Carl Froch is one of those guys who's like, when will you lose? Everything about this says you should lose, and you keep winning, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. I'll get you got Carl Froch. I would say that the Froch win is better than the Kovalev win. I think it's better than the Kovalev win. I think it's better. I give him a lot of credit for that one.
The first win wasn't controversial, really. The first Kovalev fight, that fight, you didn't win that fight.
You didn't win that fight.
No,
you didn't win that fight.
I watched that fight like 2 times a long time ago, but I saw that. I don't understand how you won.
Listen,
I give you.
You know why they don't want to. Come on, Russians come over here to get fucked, bro.
Classic hometown decision. That's what that was.
Yeah, and that's not even liking Kovalev. That's just being honest and wanting boxing to be better. Because sometimes I think that that if Kovalev would have won that fight, that would have shook things up enough that things stay interesting longer. If you let it be a sport and let the guys win that are supposed to win, the guy won the fight. It's not because I like him or I don't like him. The guy won the fight. He won the fight. But you gave it to this guy predictably, and we got another pay-per-view out of that also didn't sell fucking anything.
Like, honestly,
we got a controversial stoppage there because you low blowed him like 5 or 6 times.
Well, I will make this concession. Yeah. I don't consider those low blows. Sergey didn't like it to the body, so he
no. He hit him to the body, but some were. He did go low on some shots though.
Yeah, but that's because he was. If you punching me in my stomach, Jay, and I do this, right?
Yeah.
I do this. I hunk over, right? I don't consider that a low blow because he can't even see where he's hitting you. He's doing this.
Yeah.
He's doing this.
It's
leaning
like
over.
It's like calling someone for hitting someone in the back of the head and they turn their head the other way. Like,
Yeah,
you're the one putting your.
Yeah, that's your fault if the shit was like I don't consider them low blows. I don't.
Okay.
But you
Anthony
know,
like
Anthony Ware in the
honestly,
chat asked the question. Hang on, Anthony Ware asked the question in the chat. Carl Froch versus Joe Calzaghe. And here's my thing with Carl Froch.
Oh, Joe, that was a good Joe.
Death by a Thousand Cuts. Joe Calzaghe.
like honestly, the only thing that saves Andre Ward is that gold medal. Without that shit, he don't get Hall of Fame. He don't get fights. He don't get nothing. Nothing.
Nah. The whole appeal of Andre Ward was at that time Americans were enamored. Some Americans were enamored with defensive fighting, and they just wanted him to be a bigger Floyd Mayweather. The problem that he had was you didn't have the marquee value at 168. Remember, Floyd benefited from a densely populated division or divisions that had a lot of guys who draw well. You got Cotto, you got Canelo, you got Oscar, you got Marquez. You got a lot of guys who they do okay on their own. He benefited from that. Ward, well, you didn't have that at 168 because at that time, Americans didn't watch super middleweight division. It was mostly Europeans. They didn't care about that shit. So, you know, it is what it is.
I mean, and if he went over where they actually did care about it in Europe, maybe he would have become a big star. But no, you had to go everywhere. Every fight had to be in California.
Entitled.
Where Triple G outdrew you.
Didn't want to go where the money was. Entitled. That's what that was. That's entitlement.
Yeah.
What blew my mind is about the Super 6 tournament is how he was able to like have almost every fight in his hometown
all his
without
fights
traveling.
At home? Yeah,
like that
was crazy.
That should have told you right then, like he's gonna win. He's gonna win his tournament pretty much, more or less.
Yeah.
How the fuck did they convince Carl Froch to come over here?
Wow.
He was,
he wasn't. I don't know if he was a big draw in England at the time. To be honest, I'm not too sure if he was.
But attitudes were also. Because I'm older than you, Jason, by many years, and especially Road Talk, I'm older than him.
Yeah.
And I'm older than Jay. The only one in my age group is Don. No, let me stop bullshitting. Attitudes were different then. It was almost implied that foreign fighters have to bend the knee to the American. It was almost implied. You know what I mean? This was, remember, we're entering a time now unseen where America doesn't have all the cards, where some fighters outside of America are drawing way more than Americans are, right? But back then, you know, it was almost implied that you have to bend the knee to the uppity American fighter.
Unless
you
he
know,
was in Germany.
Yeah, because you know where you see that a lot in you see it a lot in older media where like the whole gimmick is that I want to go to America and to success, and the success was in America and shit. So that it's kind of like it kind of went without saying that like, well, of course the European is going to come to America,
exactly.
You know?
Of course, he has to. You know, you have to make it. And in fairness, that did make sense back then because, well, America was the premier market for boxing, right? This was where the money was. That made sense then. That started to change circa 2014, 2015. That's when that starts to change. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Jaime.
It was. I think it started with AJ. And
I feel so inclined to agree because that was one of the more glaring examples. But Froch, believe it or not, Froch and Groves, to a lesser extent, they heralded that too because they filled a stadium with 90,000 people. And you know, Americans would sneeze at stuff like that. They wouldn't think anything of it, but it's like, no, 90,000 people showed up to see them fight. 90,000.
Yeah, that's a fucking lot, way.
That's a lot of people, dog.
Yeah, Carl Froch is still reminding people to this day.
There was always a European presence that was like somewhat bigger or as big as Americans, but like genuinely it's the fact that nobody wanted to come over. Like I remember the whole Germany was like really big. I want to say early 2000s, maybe.
The Klitschko shit, bro.
Yeah, the Klitschko shit. The shit with Roy and Michael. Oh shit, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that last name.
Katsides?
No, not Katsides. I forgot his name. Mikolashevsky, there we go. With him and Rocky, where he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna go to Germany, and I'm gonna get my belt back free, and the WBC is gonna go bankrupt because of it." Like all that shit, like there were a lot of a lot of like European powerhouses, but like, hey, the American guy just felt the need to never have to bother with them because we didn't have like YouTube didn't exist. So basically, if you heard, oh, Roy Jones has to go over to fight Michael Zevsky, the average American who never saw him fight would be like, no, he doesn't, and that would be it.
Yeah. It wasn't a conversation. I'll tell you what, that it wasn't a conversation, and I know this hand on heart because I only know this because of hindsight, though, that at a time where every American you asked about the heavyweight division, they would have told you it was dead. They would have told you, yeah, that shit is dead, right? In reality, the Klitschko brothers were filling places up with 40,000 people. In Germany, in Dusseldorf, where they were based out of, 40,000 people. And it really is what you said, though. Well, you didn't have YouTube then. The world seemed bigger then. People didn't bother with shit that was too far away. But that is proof that how could you say a division is dead when 40,000 people are showing up to a boxing match? 40,000. That's not dead, bro. That's not dead. Maybe it's dead for y'all motherfuckers because y'all can't make a champion no more, but it clearly ain't dead.
Even the commentators didn't know, because I remember like one fight, it was Virgil Hill. He went over to Germany, he fights Mikoszewski, and the level of shock in Teddy Atlas's voice is insane. It's like from the way he's talking, you'd almost swear that he never watched this motherfucker fight a day in his life. And it's like, how did a boxing analyst that came over to watch this fight not see like one video? Nothing. And I was like, oh, well, those videos just didn't exist. Maybe a tape existed, but it sure wasn't in fucking America.
Exactly. And they didn't have to be as well versed on foreign fighters, whereas now you have to be.
Yeah.
Especially now, like, yeah, we don't got it all.
You know, and I gotta say, I for one, I'm grateful that we don't anymore, because now America gets to be humbled. You get your shit together, because you gotta think we're in the era of hard times, and these hard times that they're gonna create strong men, and
strong
I
dicks,
think it's gonna make
strong erections.
fucking harder cocks. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna come back bigger, stronger, and uncut.
Shout out to Big Cocks.
I really hope that somebody had just joined the live right as he said that. That would be fucking gold, bro.
Man, harder cocks make for softer pussies. That's all we say.
It's time for strong strokes, bro. It's time for.
By the way, Jules. Speaking of which, you use the porno sounds. Like my AirPod died at work, and one of my coworkers heard that shit. Like, bro, what the fuck you watching? I'm like, that was just.
I tried to get more screaming orgasms, like the really obnoxious, loud screaming orgasms.
My headphone died at work. I was watching the shit, and my headphone died. Then like the chick went. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Hey, I'm like, I didn't explain. It's not what it looks like.
I'll be at the gym and I'll use my headphones while I'm working out, but when I go hit the sauna and shit. Like I'll listen to my speaker, bro. Like I don't give a fuck. But I fucking unlocked my phone and I hit Instagram first fucking video. All yours. Oh my God, I'm coming! Loud as fuck in the gym. I was like,
fuck. Fucking manager coming up to, are you okay in there?
No, at that point, bro. At that point,
learn not to watch his videos in a public place.
No, at that point, bro. Look, at that point, there's one of two options. Either you leave. Or you fucking stare at people in their eyes, bro. You fucking there's a
third option. No, there's a third option.
Don't say it, Jules. Don't you say it.
No, there's a third option. After that, you moan. Oh, fuck it. Come here, bro.
Oh my God.
The other option is you came. you come when that shit sounds.
You looking at everybody. Hey, y'all want to get in on this?
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, we'll have a party. We'll have a big old circle jerk.
You gotta own that shit, man. You gotta be who you are, man.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta stand firm, bro. You just gotta look them in their eye. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Right in the eye. As you open the door. Yes.
Bro. Bro, at this point, if you get caught by Jules' shit, if you get caught by Jules' shit, you deserve what you get.
Oh shit! Fuck yeah! Oh shit!
That's almost as
Shout
bad
out to all the
as
erections
Eric
out there,
I
yo.
think we're done.
That's almost as bad as Eric.
Yeah, I
having
think
to explain to
we're
his
done for
grandmother.
tonight. I do. I think
Yeah.
we're done for tonight.
Yeah.
I'll let
So-
you
so-
on the next one, bro.
Happy New Year,
see y'all.
fellas.
Happy New Year, guys.
All right,
Remember,
y'all
look
suck
in
the
the eye,
flow.
guys. Look
Y'all
in the
suck
eye.
the flow.
Fuck you,